Live from Robert H. Hines Stadium in Minerva, this is the SmeeSports Pregame Show, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. As we toss things inside the press box, I am Nathan Smee, that's Daniel Clark, and that's Bryce Fisher over to my right. I believe your left on screen. Gentlemen, it is week 6 of the OHSAA football season, and we have a very interesting game. A game that, when we first scheduled it, looked to be a clear-cut blowout for West Branch, but now it's a battle of two teams that come into today 4-1.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be a good matchup today. That's all I got to say about this, man.
Yeah, I'm really excited for today. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I'm really excited to see if Minerva's a truly legit team.
First thing we're going to say, usually pregame starts at 6:15. You might be asking, okay, Nathan, why are we on at 5:59 or 6 p.m. here? You're jumping the gun. The reasoning, today is homecoming for Minerva. It is going to start at 6:40. The parade is at 6:20, but we will have coverage of the actual announcements beginning at 6:40. We wanted to make sure we had enough time. A lot of predictions to go over. We have 1, 2, 3. Then online, we have Cam, Gabe, and the fans. So 6 total sets of predictions to go through. That's going to take a lot of time, and there's a lot to break down about this game. This isn't going to be an okay, we know what both teams really can do, because we don't. West Branch, they have played one team that is above 500 this year. And I believe if United is above 500, same with Minerva. Different results, or actually no, same result. Both were losses. Both teams have won their last 4 games. But obviously, not every win and not every loss is equal. A Mount Union win over Wheaton is not equal to a win over Wilmington. That is pretty clear cut. But it's a good illustration because you're not playing the top dog every single week if you're Minerva or West Branch. We got to find out which team is better and which team is actually legit. As you might say, okay, West Branch has run this conference for a long time. Maybe not this year. That is something to keep into the back of your mind. But we're going to start with the home team today, talking about those Minerva Lions. Last week, 31-0 over St. Thomas Aquinas. Last year, a 16-7 victory here at home. This year, running clock on the road in Louisville.
Yeah, you know, it was a big game last week for Minerva to be able to go out there and score 31 points. And they scored 31 points just by doing exactly what they always do with the wing T formation. You know, I feel that they always have a good opportunity with their running game and with the offensive line that they have. A strong offensive line always leads to a great running game. So hopefully we will see that tonight too.
Yeah, another game where they did not pass for many yards, didn't even eclipse 10, I believe. But the ground and pound attack was very active throughout that game.
And the big thing to note with that contest, it wasn't a lot early on. 17-0 in the first, and I think 24-0 at halftime. Then the final touchdown. Thomas Aquinas, they're a gritty team, but obviously they're not the team that they used to be back in the day. They're a team that is in need of a massive rebuild. I believe they lost to Tuskegee Central Catholic, a team in the 700s in the state of Ohio. Minerva, they started the year, I believe, around 650, now up to 539. So even if tonight's a loss, honestly, to go up 100 spots in half a season, that is truly impressive, considering some of the teams that they had to knock off to get there.
Right, yeah. And, you know, it's always, like I've said the last time I was over here, it's always just a good feeling being around these people, being around this town and being around this area. You know, Beloit, Ohio, 1848. And honestly, it's incredible to see the type of culture and the type of vulnerability that these people have for each other. It's very a humble place. So, you know, just always getting in and seeing those first 2 dubs, seeing those first 2 wins at the beginning of the season just lightened everybody's heart. And so now you have so many more people in playing and just trying to come to the games and just have a good time.
And I have a crazy stat for you, gentlemen. Minerva this year is undefeated at home.
Right.
It doesn't even seem real. No. It's just such a weird stat, but that is where things stand. And I believe in the 10 years prior, 4-96. They're 4-1, ladies and gentlemen. This is a team reborn, and in talking to athletic director Garth Evans, he says it starts with Zach Slates. He has changed the culture from the middle school all the way up to the high school. This is a football team reborn, and I mean, I think it says a lot. We look at all the media here. Bozika's back there. You also have Matt Corrali back there for Q92. Over in front of us, we will have the Canton rep and also having Gene Simmons from OHSFB Media. Media is out here tonight for this game, a game that once again, when it was initially scheduled, and even according to Drew Pastor still, is supposed to be a 40-point blowout win for the West Branch Warriors. I think that says so much about this town and so much about this team that they can attract this much attention at this point in the year. And, oh, by the way, if the playoffs started today, Minerva would be the number 11 seed in Region 15.
Yeah, and that's incredible.
And speaking of Gene, there he is. Right on cue. Gene, let's get him in here real quick. Gene, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, it's the first meeting in the EBC for both teams tonight. They're both 4-1. And, Zach Slates has done a great job so far. And I think everybody's here to see this is the game, the telltale game for him.
Thank you, Gene. Always good to see him. Always good to see OHSFB wherever they are. When Gene's here, you know it's a big game. So that is all I need to know for this one. Now let's talk about those West Branch Warriors. Last time out, they had a pretty sizable victory over a future EBC team, 48-7 over Holland. It's a big win, but once again, a team that really isn't the best on paper. Is West Branch legit this year again, or are they just benefiting once again from an easy regular season, which you hate to say the word easy. Obviously, with the Canfield Cardinals being your first game and that being a loss, they beg to differ heavily.
Yeah, and listen, a 300-yard passing game in high school is nothing to shy away from. That's obviously impressive, and it was his second on the year for Grady Hurst. He also had JT collect 4 touchdowns, and that's not exactly an easy task either. So no matter the competition, they're still putting up absurd numbers offensively.
And before I toss it over to the DC, that is one of 2 Joey Jackson records tied by JT in that game. 15 receptions in one game, that tied the record. And on top of that, 4 touchdowns in one game also tied Joey's record. Joey now a wide receiver for the Storm of Lake Erie at the Division II level.
Excuse me about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, JT, Jeremiah Thomas, he's one of the greatest that's ever trying to do it right now in West Branch. He's also had a lot of records broken, 194 yards on the year so far, 38 attempts on passing and rushing. So he's able to really just start his grind and keep it going. And, once he hits the field, it's hard to stop a man like that. And then to change at the quarterback position and the changes at the wide receiver spot is also going to be another influencing factor on this game.
Yes, Jeremiah Thomas is no longer QB1 in Beloit. That honor falls on the junior Grady Hurst. Obviously more size than Jeremiah. 5'9", 160 for the senior wide receiver. For Grady Hurst, 6'2", 195. I feel like that is a big change, and I feel like that'll be the change that Alliance sees next year, going from J.R. Jackson to Caden Sanders. Sanders, a bigger kid, plays D-line. Yeah. One of the top quarterbacks in Tennessee, I believe, was on a top 100 team before transferring to Alliance. So that's a good comparison. Grady has had a good season. But once again, the question that we will dive more into in the next segment, is this a byproduct of an easy schedule, or are the West Branch Warriors, once again, as expected, a legit team? Before we go to our first break, DC, unfortunately, you were not there last Friday, so I'm going to toss it over to Bryce. 27-0, Holy Name won the game. A lot of bark from them, both by their play and while on the field.
Yeah, and I was down there, and their offensive line was literally barking at CCC, and they were not very happy about it. But that was a dominant win from Holy Name, as they were able to do everything on the ground and in the air. There was a lot of injuries, though, which we will see how that plays into this week once we get to the predictions.
And I really have not had any time to confirm if guys are out from last week or not. We know Davis is out, Ballantyne is out. I believe Caden Parker also out, but a chance to come back next week against CBCA. That'll be our third and final Saturday Night Light encore performance of the season. Looking forward to seeing the Namers again next week. But when we come back from break, it's time to get into the nitty-gritty of both teams, take a deeper dive into the Minerva Lions and the West Branch Warriors. Your time locally here in Minerva is 6:07 p.m. as we toss things back down to the field. You are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. Welcome back to Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium in Minerva as you are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Back upstairs to the press box, I am Nathan Smee, Daniel Clark to my left, Bryce Fisher to my right. All right, gentlemen, let's talk about these Minerva Lions. The first thing that I do have listed today, and yes, for once we're going with the structure of what I listed for the pregame show. I think, gentlemen, it is a first-time thing, and it is a miracle in its own rights. But in my words, the culture at Minerva has changed, and that is an obvious thing. The atmosphere around here, and even on the far side of the field, West Branch, they're coming out here. It was rumored that this game would be sold out, and if it is, my goodness, that would be incredible.
Yeah, most definitely. And I would like to say that, Minerva, as always, you're good, brother. Minerva has always had a great culture surrounding it, and then something is just different in the air. They might be drinking different water, it might be coming from a different source, but you never know what's going on. Like I said last time, red is my favorite color. Red is most definitely my favorite color. So,
Spirit of the Lions.
Spirit of the Lions. That's exactly what I'm talking about, sir. So I like the fact that Minerva has brought back the wing tee. I always want to see that be successful. I'm a big fan of it. So I really want to see Nate Linkus always doing something good on the field. And I also want to see other players like Lane Hawk also do really well.
Mentioning the arch rival of West Branch is a bold move right there. But Bryce, I'll toss it over to you. This is your first time at Minerva High School for football, but even volleyball over on Tuesday. You can just tell something special is brewing in this small town.
Yeah, and it's the first time I've seen Minerva, but their head coach over there is coming from Glen Oaks rival Perry Panthers. I'm very aware of what he's done over there, and I'm going to be surprised if they don't have the grit that he brought to the Perry Panthers.
And a big thing right now, I even have it listed on my roster, and then I was told it was confirmed later, RB burnout. Tim Kirkpatrick, he is slightly banged up. He is a go for tonight, but somebody to look at. If you're Nate Linkus, this is a big game for you, but outside of him, DC, this is a main question for you as you have seen these guys before. Who else has to step up tonight in place of Timmy if he can't carry the ball 20, 25 times?
Yeah, most definitely. I think Lane Hawk is definitely going to be one of the biggest guys to step up tonight. He's just got to he's got to be able to get outside of the box. He's got to be able to get outside of that tight end and just hit the lane. He's a fast kid. He already knows what to do as soon as he hits the field. He's whenever you see him get up the sideline, you see how the speed that he has, and you see the speed that the entire Minerva team has. A lot of the tight ends on Minerva are able to get out and just keep pressing those offensive or defensive linemen and those linebackers. So if he's able to do that, and also Nate Linkus is going to have a game tonight. He's just a player that is always going to have a game, especially when he wants to put the team on his back. Tim, he's a player as well, but we have to see Lane Hawk step up.
And Bryce, over to you. Anybody else that comes to mind?
I'd like to see the junior Ethan Weaver get involved very early on. I want to see him in space. I want to see maybe some pop passes and go end arounds, some go routes, something to get him involved early to take the load off of Linkus.
And looking at the quarterback situation, 3 completions this year. One, of course, DC for Nate Linkus, because why not 1 for 1, 28 yards and a touchdown? I feel like that just really epitomizes his dual threat ability. And then beyond that, Cannon Kirkpatrick, 2 for 24, 29 yards, and 2 INTs. Do we see the screen game at all today, or is this going to be A gap, B gap, C gap stretch?
Yes. Don't forget about that stretch play going all the way to the outside. Also, having that pitch play. I think we're going to see a little bit of the pitch play, but no, I don't think we will see too much of the screen. Now, if we do see a screen, it'll probably just be a bubble screen right to the wide receiver, maybe 2 to 3 blockers, but we won't see the entire big boys. We won't see the pigs running. We will not see the pigs running today.
And the question on all of our minds tonight, this is the last thing we have for Minerva. 64-0 last year. The loss against West Branch. It was on the road. It was a different team. It was what you could quote-unquote call old Minerva. Do they have a shot tonight?
I definitely think so. I think switching from a 4-4-3 to a 4-2-5 defensive scheme is going to make a huge difference in terms of the explosive plays and limiting the ability for West Branch to run up that score.
Yeah, I 100% agree with Bryce. Yeah, I 100% agree with him. It's just a whole different scheme that a defense has to get used to playing, and especially when you're able to have the same 3-4 plays but just change the gaps, it elongates the entire scheme, and it just makes it harder for you to actually have your linebackers hit the right gaps, for your defensive linemen to be right up or lined up in the right spots, and also for your safeties to really be able to read and see what's going on. If your quarterback has like a lot of opportunity to just run out, make a play, or hand the ball off and know that your whole defense is shifted to one side and they weren't ready for the ball to be ran to the other, that puts a lot on the team's mental. So I feel that Bryce said the right thing.
Now looking at those West Branch Warriors, 4-1 on the year. You lose your rivalry game week 1, then you flip the script, get some big wins in the following weeks. Have they finally settled in as a team? That's the big question. Is this the West Branch that we're going to see for the next 5 games? And is this the West Branch team that looks to make amends for their playoff loss against Glenville last year in round 2 of the OHSAA tournament?
I think they can go on a little streak here. I have a really good feeling about West Branch. Although looking down there, we do have a little bit of a game time report as Grady Hurst is not throwing early on and seems to be dealing with a shoulder issue as he's been working out some kinks as West Branch is getting going. I do think their offense can still hold the momentum as JT will carry the load, but that's something to look out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm a little bit worried about Grady Hurst right now as he is the starting quarterback, number 5 on the West Branch Warriors. A little concerning about him throwing. I saw him throw the ball at least 3 times to the left, once to the right, and then we didn't see him throw at all. Like they said, there was a time where he was warming up, but after every single throw, he was trying to stretch out his right arm, which is his throwing arm. And yeah, that motion right there is the exact same motion that he was doing, which is a little concerning. But if he does come out there and play, or if he is a decoy, we never know. Nobody knows. But let's say he does play. Let's say Grady Hurst does play today, and he does have an outstanding first quarter. I think that would be the end to the game if they are able to have a good first quarter with Grady Hurst.
And we're going to bounce out of order here. My last question was, can he settle in tonight? The bigger question is, will he play? I'm going to ask 2 questions in the same one question. 1, if he does play, if there are no limitations, can he settle in? And then number 2, if you were a coach and you knew Grady couldn't throw today, how far do you commit to the decoy?
Would you like to go ahead and answer that, Bryce?
Yeah, I'll go for it. I think you commit to it all the way. He's still a threat with his legs, and if he's not available, that doesn't change the game plan a lot. You know JT can throw the ball. You saw what he did last year. But you also know how much of a threat he is with his legs. Let him run quarterback options, quarterback zone reads, and draw plays all day.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with what Bryce is saying. Only thing is that if he's still able to be an option at the quarterback position, I don't think you would want to see him running the ball as much just because you have another position. You have another guy that can fit that role who's able, Jeremiah Thomas, he is still able to throw the ball. He is still able to play quarterback. So if Grady Hurst can't get the job done, then we may see some switching tonight. I don't think Minerva is going to have to rely on Grady Hurst just being the quarterback the entire game. I do agree with what Bryce said, though. I do think they would have to commit fully 100% to their quarterback being the biggest threat on the team. But I think that I think West Branch is going to have to think about it more than Minerva will.
And I will say before we go to Jeremiah Thomas even more, my thought for this game was quite simple. You shut down the pass if you are Minerva. If West Branch beats you in the run game, you hand out a handshake right there. You shake your hand, good game. You beat us in the run, that's how it's going to go. Once again, their starting running back has 15 carries this year for 95 yards. Yeah. It's QB runs, and albeit Jeremiah Thomas, as I have listed on my notes, is a true unicorn player. I think by every definition of that term, we talk a lot about it. Maybe a Shohei Ohtani, a guy who really goes against everything that you could possibly think about a specific player. It's not like, okay, he's the next J.R. Jackson, going the opposite way, quarterback to wide receiver. No, he's also a runner. He is a guy who could easily play every position on offense except for O-line and every position on defense except for D-line. And I think that is not at all a ridiculous comment to make.
No, when I watched him on film, I had the feeling of Woodson at Michigan playing both sides of the ball with a mix of Tavon Austin in the explosive play department. And for the rest of the game, I'm only going to see Tavon Austin out there running those plays. I love to see JT out there running the field.
That highlight tape, though, man. That old Tavon Austin highlight tape from back in the day. That is an iconic. That is a classic for those who know it.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you got to know.
Yeah, if you don't know that, if you don't know the song to it, yeah, if you don't know, like, the entire video, then I don't know if you were watching football highlights. From 3rd grade to 6th grade, that was the biggest video that anybody ever talked about football highlights. Now, mind you, when we got, and I think, so you are about 3 years younger than me, so you would have been about 2 years younger than me, so you would have been about 4th grade when we finally saw that Odell Beckham catch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby. And so everybody started saying Odell this, and that changed the entire game. So, yeah, baby. We got some players out there tonight, and I think we're going to see them do their thing.
But a closeout on Jeremiah Thomas. He does have one offer posted on social media, and that is to the University of Mount Union. And the way that he plays wide receiver, is it ridiculous to say that if he committed tomorrow, that to start the 2026 season, he would be the heir apparent to replace Mount slot receiver Nick Turner?
I love our juniors and sophomores, but I would probably have to say yes. I think he would take over.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Jeremiah Thomas is one of those guys that, as a person who's been covering Alliance and covering Minerva and West Branch, there's not really too many other guys that can do it like how he's doing it, and he's already home. You want that kid to stay home. Like, you want him to stay right where he is. He's going to do great, and he will come over and he will take over. I know a lot of people don't know about this guy, but Wayne Ruby was one of our best wide receivers ever here at Mount Union. We had Cecil Shorts. We had a lot of good players here at Mount Union. And Pierre Garcon, exactly. We had a lot of good players coming out of Mount Union. Jeremiah Thomas could continue that legacy if he chooses to.
The one thing Jeremiah needs, if he does that, a little bit more height. Get him up to 6 foot, and he is going to be a big, big unicorn for wherever he goes next.
Well, Mount Union is built off of players that are usually a little shorter, and that also that applies into our schemes, that applies into our running game, that applies into our defensive mechanisms. So he would fit in just perfectly fine.
Maybe a Zach Liebler-esque kind of guy from Massillon. Big Massillon, that is, state champ back in 2023. You gentlemen, for whatever reason, schools you can't pronounce, schools you never heard of, you predict winners. I predict the teams that somehow always lose. Next up, it's predictions. Time locally in Minerva is 6:23 as we toss things back down to the field. You are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. Oh, jeez. Toss the camera back over here. Let's get this over with, J-Rod. This is time for the SmeeSports predictions. I'm in last place, so is Cam. Gabe's in second, and the fans are in first place. Gentlemen, you're doing better than I am, and I am a very, very salty man right now.
Well, I guess I'm in fourth then, huh?
You might have more right than me, and you did 1 week. I mean, I have 37 right. I'll say that. But you still might have more than me somehow.
My percentage is looking a little better.
Oh, for sure. And Bryce out here, I'm 20 and 10.
Yeah, I'm 20 and 10, 66% correct. I'm looking good.
I am below 500, just like a couple of the teams on this list, especially St. Ignatius says. We'll see if they win tonight. But game number 1, Hoban and Walsh. I have Walsh winning. Time to go and check the fan vote before I go to you guys. It appears that Hoban wins the fan vote. Gentlemen, who do you have?
I actually have Walsh.
Yeah, I'm going with Walsh in this one. I love Hoban, but I got to pick Walsh.
Yes, I might have a shot this week. I might have a shot if I just go with you guys. Game number 2, Lake Catholic and CBCA. The fan vote is going with Lake Catholic. I am going with the CBCA Royals. DC?
I got Lake Catholic, baby.
And Luke Heckert for the baseball program. We trust. Give me Lake Catholic. Jesus.
That's
That was
not
rough.
good. That is not good for me,
Yeah, that
though.
was bad.
I don't know, though. This is going to be one that I do flip. I am very confident in Joey Kopeck and Charlie Levac. They're very good guys. They did really good on the road last week at Boardman. I think they keep it up. Game number 3, South Range and Poland. Listen, Poland already lost 1 game this year, and that was to the Canfield Cardinals. I think the other team from Canfield gets a win over them as well. Give me the South Range Pirates.
Yeah, I think Poland is going to go ahead and take that one home.
I got Poland as well.
The fan votes has South Range. And especially Alliance Barstool does, so I do trust in Alliance Barstool a little bit for that one as well. We will get over to Cam and Gabe's predictions once we are done with ours. Game number 4. 2 teams that I don't think you really like all too much in Perry and Jackson. I have Leno's boys, Perry getting the win, and so does the fan vote. DC, who do you got?
I got Perry on this one.
I hope they both lose, to be perfectly honest, but I got Perry.
The Glen Oak bias is showing through from Mr. Bryce Fisher. Game number 5, I think I am going to disagree with all of you. Carrollton and Marlington. Once again, I talked to Mr. Chris Jacoby, and he said, great week of practice for the Carrollton Warriors. 9-point underdogs get the win tonight against the Dukes at home in Carrollton.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Carrollton as well.
Oh.
Practice, schmactus. Don't care. Give me Marlington Dukes all day.
And in a close one, Carrollton does win the fan vote. 63 votes to 60 for the Marlington Dukes. Next game, St. Ignatius and Benedictine. I think last week our quote was, I'm not picking against Benedictine. The fan vote, they're picking against Benedictine. They're going St. Ignatius. I am going St. Ignatius. Bryce, who do you got?
Yeah, those Wildcats are going extinct. Give me Benedictine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with St. Ignatius. I'm going with the fans on this one. Whoa.
And that's why I quit baseball, ladies and gentlemen. But back-to-back wins for St. Ignatius, that would truly turn around their season. Game number 7, NDCL in Holy Name. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Namer Nation. Give me NDCL tonight.
Yeah, I've got to go with you on that one, Nate. I'm going to get NDCL.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. NDCL.
The fan vote, though, is going with the Namers. There's no party like a Namer party. And they think that Namer party doesn't stop tonight. And they improved to 5-1. Yes, that is an actual thing. Ain't no party like a Namer party, because a Namer party don't stop. I wish it was not a thing. I wish that was not the actual thing. I think it became a thing in 2023, and they still do use it. I'm bringing out the quotes, but I am going against the Namers tonight. The next game, oh, jeez. Olmsted Falls and Amherst Steel. Give me Olmsted Falls. Same with the fan vote. DC, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going with the fan vote on this one. I got Olmsted Falls, baby. Take it home.
As do I.
Bringing things back down to earth a little bit here. We're getting a little more clear-cut. Game number 9, Strongsville and Medina. Give me my hometown Stangs. I think they get the win. The fan vote as well would agree.
Yeah, baby, we're going with the strong sounds.
Yeah, there was a bee in my car earlier. I killed it. So Medina's going to get smoked tonight by Strongsville.
I will preface this, ladies and gentlemen. After the broadcast is done,
Yeah, okay.
go look up Jack Harlow's predictions over on College Game Day a couple years ago. Bryce is pretty much turning into Jack Harlow tonight with his predictions. I'm sure you've seen that clip.
Oh, yes. I'm not nearly as good as a rapper, though.
I don't want to hear it either way. I will say that right now. The next game, Solon and Stowe. The fan vote is going with Stowe Monroe Falls. Last time I went against Solon, they won their only game of the year. I'm going Solon tonight.
No, I think I actually beat you on that pick, and I'm going to have to go with Stowe this time.
One of my players, I think, is going to be the future QB at Stowe, so I got to go with Stowe.
Very nice logic there. The next game, Euclid, and the team that Solon did beat in their only win, Shaker Heights. I am going with Euclid in this one. The fan vote is going with Shaker Heights, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Shaker Heights. I like Euclid as a team, but I think Shaker Heights is just a little bit more organized.
I saw Shaker Heights lose to Glen Oak, so I could never pick them. I got to go with Euclid.
Next game up, Jefferson area, a team that made the Final Four a few years ago, taking on Conneaut. I have Jefferson area getting the win. So does the fan vote. DC, who do you have?
Yeah, I got Jefferson area.
Yeah, give me Jefferson area. You know why.
And that's exactly why I am going with Jefferson area. The same exact reason that you did as well. Outside of the fact that they have had historic success over the past couple of years, except for the 0-10 season right after their Final Four appearance. Unfortunately, game number 13, Rootstown and Berkshire. Berkshire, a very good team, 2-3. But Rootstown, the Rovers, improved to 6-0 on the year. Give me Rootstown. As for the fan vote, 57-26. Rootstown wins it as well.
Yep, Rootstown, baby, 1,000-0.
Give me Rootstown.
Penultimate pick, Copley and Aurora. The fan vote is going with Copley. I am going with Aurora for a bounce-back game. DC, who do you have?
I want to pick with the fans this time. I'm going to go Copley.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of a bounce-back game. Give me Aurora tonight.
And then the final game, Kent and Barberton. I am going with Kent. As for the van vote, they are also going with Kent Roosevelt. DC, who do you got?
So we got a lot of players at Mount Union, and a lot of them they're from the local area. Barberton is another area from where we have a lot of people from Mount Union, especially the defensive line. We got Corey Gibson. We got some of his best friends at Mount Union, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Barberton.
In honor of Luke Maxwell, give me Kent Roosevelt.
Time now to look at Gabe and Cam's predictions, starting with Gabe. Going down from 1 to 15, Hoban beats Walsh, CBCA beats Lake Catholic, Poland beats South Range, Perry beats Jackson, Marlington takes down Carrollton, Benedictine takes down St. Ignatius, NDCL over the Namers, Olmsted Falls over Steele, the Ville over Medina, Solon over, trying to think who they play offhand. Stowe, thank you. Shaker over Euclid, Conneaut over Jefferson area, Berkshire over Rootstown, Copley over Aurora, and Barberton over Kent Roosevelt. As for Mr. Ragazzo, he is going with Walsh over Hoban, CBCA over Lake Catholic, Poland over South Range, Jackson over Perry, Marlington over Carrollton, St. Ignatius over Benedictine, NECL over Holy Name, Olmsted Falls over Amherst Steel, Strongsville over Medina, Stowe over Solon, Euclid over Shaker Heights, Jefferson area over Conneaut, Rootstown over Berkshire, Aurora over Copley, and then around things out, Kent Roosevelt over the Barberton Magics. Great stadium, though, over at Barberton. Time now for Keys to Victory. You know what? I always have Keys to Victory Whichever team you guys want to take, I'm going to give DC first pick. You give 3 keys. Bryce gives 3 keys then for the other team, and I'll give my thoughts for once.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start with Minerva. I think that we need to see people step up, just like you said. We also need to see the O-line block efficiently. They need to block fast, and they need to block well for the wing T offensive formation to work. And their quarterbacks, honestly, they need to keep the same energy. Everybody needs to keep the same energy on the team. Everybody needs to play together and be organized. Every offensive lineman needs to be able to play with each other, know who to block, know what linebacker to go up to, and they need, on defense, to make tackles. They also have to score first.
Yeah, for West Branch, this isn't really a key to victory, but they are 11-1 dating back to week 1 last year in road affairs. So I'm really excited to see how they do in this road environment. I think their nose guard has to win the point of attack. They have to get inside damage early so that they can stop this run that Minerva has been so well known for. I want to see JT get the ball early out in space. They need to get him very active, especially if Grady Hurst is not feeling the best with his arm. I know we saw him making some throws later on in warmups, but he's still unsure. And for my final one, they need to bring the DBs down and not let Minerva play deep and sit back the whole time. Minerva plays that 4-2-5. You can't let them stay back there. You got to bring these DBs down and let JT get over the top or another one of their big receivers.
I would agree. I feel like getting JT in rhythm is key, and then getting chemistry is big for Minerva. We heard the cowbells moments ago. I feel like if I had to give one key to victory for both teams, for Minerva, ride the high of homecoming. You always want to win your homecoming game. I feel like that's an extra chip on your shoulder. Julian, our producer tonight, behind the camera, he knows how that felt to take down Normandy. A crazy game. J-Rod, I'm sure you remember that one. Cole had that great tackle on the 2-point conversion. Then that play over the middle with 4 seconds left. Not enough time for the kick. Holy Name won that one. DC, I'm sure you remember your homecoming game. It means a lot to win that game. Based on that reaction, I don't think you did. I'm going to assume that's a yes.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about that. We do not want to talk about my homecoming game.
But I'm sure it's one that, if you would have won, that would have been one of the best games of your career.
Yeah, so my junior year, I ended up winning my homecoming game. My junior year, I ended up winning my homecoming game. But my senior year, we ended up losing that game pretty bad. It was honestly, I think it was a 45-14 blowout. And yeah, that was pretty terrible. So they got to win this game.
Yeah, Glen Oak would have to win a game first for that to be a conversation for me.
What high school and what week so people can look up that game?
Okay, Sherman, Texas, Sherman High School. It would have been week 5, so about around the same week as this, 2022.
So you graduated in 2023 then?
2022.
So 2021 then, because it was in the fall.
2021, yeah. 2022.
There we go. I'll do the math for you there, DC.
Yeah,
As for West Branch, get everybody involved. A little slice of the pie for JT, a little one for Grady, one for Gavin. Everybody get involved, and if they can, then this is going to be a party for Warrior Nation. But that'll do it for us for the SmeeSports Pregame Show. But do not go anywhere. Kickoff is in 23 minutes as we toss things back down to the field. Time locally is 6:37 p.m. Homecoming festivities up next. But we thank you for watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show, and we will be back on the air in around 15 minutes as we get ready for West Branch on the road at Minerva. Join DC and myself on the call for that one. But now it's time to see some royalty. Let's check out the Minerva High School homecoming courts.
Miss Ariana Drake. She is the daughter of Richard and Lisa Bernardi of Minerva. Ariana is an active member of Lion Band and instrument choir. She attends the Damascus Friends Church and enjoys reading, spending time with friends, and taking nature walks during free time. After graduation, Ariana plans to pursue a degree in integrated arts at Penn State University. Mr. David Ryan is the son of Jack and Heather Ryan in Minerva. David stays busy at NHS, involved in marching band, concert band, drum band, jazz band, National Honor Society, senior class vice president, and serves as the date club president. His two times involved with running, writing, and attending the Indian Young Children's Church in New Zealand. David currently works for Christian Higher Ed, his plans are to attend the University of Montana to major in federal security and criminal justice. Miss Ariana Drake and David Ryan. These students and their welcome husband, she is the daughter of King and the welcome husband of Minerva. Emily is very active at NHS, with personal and dangerous activities, National Honor Society, STEM, Travel Club, Airline Mentoring Program, International Circle, Football Program, Senior Class Secretary, and Student Council Secretary. She enjoys fishing, working out, golfing, hiking, talks with friends, and spending time with her family. Emily plans to attend the University of Miami or Minerva State University to pursue a degree in dietetics and nutrition. Mr. Julian Elliott is the son of Joshua and Jessica Elliott of Wisconsin. Julian is an active member of the cross-country team, Miami Denver, and has been international, Commonwealth, and he is the drum major of Northumberland and the vice president of National Honor Society. He attends the Boy Scout Arts of God and is a member of their youth group and praise team. He spends his free time fishing, hunting, hiking, hiking, and running. Julian volunteers at the Airline Big Lion Mentor and the Lions Club. He currently works with the ISO Club and plans to enlist in the National Guard or Air National Guard after graduation. Miss Emily Lawson has graduated from Beloit. Miss Kylie Rosenbach. She's the daughter of Ryan and Sarah Rosenbach of Minerva. Kylie stays busy at NHS, as a member of soccer, basketball, and track teams. She is also active in track, club, National Honor Society, honor committee, and student council. Outside of coaching for club soccer, first representing from Beloit, and Lions in the sports club. She enjoys working out and spending time with family and friends. Having the chance to continue her academic and athletic career for enjoyable while pursuing degrees in exercise science. Mr. Roanoke is the son of Mike and Nathan Smee of Minerva. Rowan is a member of the cross-country track and basketball team. He's also active in the student council and in the National Honor Society Secretary. He volunteers for the Airline Mentor and the Lions Club. Rowan enjoys playing basketball, running, hanging out with friends, playing the piano, and working with the Lions local club in the free time. He plans to attend college to continue his young career and his future is not stated at this time. Miss Kylie Rosenbach and Miss Kelly Hoffman. Miss Kirsten Stowe is daughter of the Union Justice of Minerva. Miss is a member of the International Circle, Travel Club, Outdoor, Staff, Youth League Academy, National Honor Society, Club, and is a senior class coordinator. She stays busy moderating content through hospital, babysitting, fishing, golfing, hiking, traveling, and hanging out with friends and family. Mason plans to attend college to study environmental science, Rhode Island, and Miami. Mr. Nathan Smee is the son of child and manager of Minerva. Nathan is a member of the football team, track team, staff, club, and the Lion Big Lion Mentorship Program. He attends Mount Washington Church and helps pack lunches for families from Guatemala. He also stays busy reading history on the Minerva, fishing, watching sports, playing pilot family, and tracking. Nathan Smee is an adopted and major teacher. Miss Mason Stowe and Mr. Nate Lucas.
Yeah, my dad was team leader.
His daughter is now the major of Minerva. Rachel is the secretary president and also a member of the National Honor Society, staff, student council, youth club, soccer team, Berlin Big Lion Mentorship Program, wrestling team, and softball team. Outside of school, she plays travel softball in the active grade Southgate youth group. She enjoys playing college softball, working on her grandparents' farm, doing math, reading, working out, and playing cards. Rachel plans to continue her hockey career at the junior level and using the secondary athletic education with the comfortable, excellent, and coaching. Mr. years of having two knowledge of the court. He was very comfortable fishing, playing baseball, basketball, and golfing, and hanging out with friends. Rick plans to continue playing baseball at the collegiate level while pursuing a degree in trade school engineering. It's Rich Weaver and Baby Wood. And the senior basketball becoming book. And now, the 2025 NHS Ball Holding and Peter Connor, Ariana Drake and Bill Elliott. Like
Here they come, the men of the hour. 4-96 across the past 10 seasons. But in 2025, the Minerva Lions, there they are on your screen down below, are 4-1. It's the Lions and the Warriors up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Live from Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium in Minerva, this is OHSAA Football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. He's Daniel Clark. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Hype, energy, a new feeling. That is what is surrounding the community of Minerva tonight and has been since week 1 of the OHSAA football season.
Most definitely. I wish I could stick my head out the window just so y'all could hear how much noise is being made at the crowd level right now. There's so much going on. It's getting entertainment. It's giving entertainment. It's giving entertaining at the highest capacity that we could have being right now. As you look on your screen right now, you do see the student section going ham right now on the left side of where we are sitting right now, and they look like they're going to have a great time tonight. Nate, how do you feel right now?
This is a feeling like I've never seen. I went to a small high school, Holy Name, up in Parma Heights. It's a private school. The public school, small school feeling, it is one like no other, and that is the atmosphere that is here tonight. Two very small communities. Minerva, small in their own rights, but the village of Beloit, D.C., as of 2020 census, 903 people.
That's it. 903 people, and even and I'm pretty sure 10 years ago, it was only 978 people. And so for that many people to honestly feel like it's here right now, I feel incredibly excited to see this football game happen tonight.
Well, Minerva, their offense will have to wait as they will be kicking off, working from left to right to begin. West Branch right to left. Minerva in their home reds. West Branch in their road white jerseys. A lot of storylines today. The big one, is Grady Hurst going to be the quarterback, or was warm-ups a facade? We will see. For Minerva, it is Xander Kirkpatrick ready to go to send this one away. Time at Robert H. Hines Stadium on the dot. It is 7 p.m., week 6 of Friday Night Lights, and we are off to the races in Minerva, taking it at around the 10-yard line. And here come those West Branch Warriors. It's a great return. They are in Minerva territory, and they might have more, and he is finally down at the 30.
Yeah, that was just an exceptional run. Number 19, I just don't know how he got so free. It looked like he had like 4 open blocks, and he just took the ball all the way down the right sideline. And he was able to just get so far down the sideline so quick. It was so hard for me to see what happened.
Excellent speed there on the return by the West Branch Warriors, and that will set up their offense handsomely. And as expected, this offense, they have a lot to prove tonight. And leading them out, it is the junior, 6'2" in stature, 195 pounds in weight, Grady Hurst wearing number 5. He is back all alone in the backfield on 1st down and 10. It is JT Jeremiah Thomas in motion. It's a fake on the sweep, and Grady Hurst is down at the line of scrimmage. It's an immediate hit by the Minerva Lions. Ethan Weaver, the junior, the first contact.
Yeah, and what a play. Nate, I can't believe you just called it. In the pregame discussion, you were to say that he actually had a hurt arm and that he was just going to take the ball and use his legs. And that's exactly what he did the first play, and I guess Minerva knew too.
And we'll see what they do here. Hurst, his first throw of the night, quickly caught in the flats. And it's a nice little pickup there by Jake Weingert, the senior.
Yeah, and what a play right there by number 2, able to just catch the ball and get a few yards on the first down after that little gain that they had.
So now 3rd down and 2 for the West Branch Warriors, in need of something here to get a first down. We could see a carry by their running back Marshall, the freshman. Only 15 carries on the year. Gregory in motion. It is Marshall on third down. He will slip near the line to get, and in the end gets a few extra. Put him in the red zone and give West Branch their first down of the night.
Yeah, he was able to hit the opposite B gap right there. He had an open hole. He tried to hit it, but just slipped. I think he caught the turf monster.
But still a good enough pickup, and that will move the change. An awkward scene early for West Branch, a team usually getting a lot of yards from the get-go, having to struggle. Once again, handoff. It is Marshall, and he is loose on the outside, getting past the 10, down at around the 8-yard line. And it is back-to-back first downs for the freshman ball carrier.
Yeah, it looked like it was about 12 yards right there for Marshall. So I think he's going to have a strong game as well. 3 runs in a row by West Branch offense right now, and they're looking strong as ever.
They want an early word on the scoreboard. Gregory, the Toledo commit, in motion right to left. First down and 10. Handoff. It is Marshall. Marshall getting some good motion, and he is going to be in. Touchdown, West Branch.
Yeah, and he was right there, just able to break 3 tackles and get in there right as he's falling down, get that ball over the line of scrimmage, get that ball over the white line for him to be able to go and score. Great blocking schemes up front. Great job by the tight end, able to just going up there and keep on pushing people so he was able to get there and score.
And here is our view on the field level. Marshall breaking tackles, and there he is extending for the pylon. Ladies and gentlemen, that camera angle is a cell phone. The extra point in the meantime is good, and it is the West Branch Warriors up 7-0 early on the Minerva Lions. What a start for the boys from Beloit. 10-10 left to go in Q1. West Branch up by a score. With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Welcome back to Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium as you are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. West Branch on the board early, and for the first time in his career, Gavin Marshall, the freshman runner, has found the end zone for the West Branch Warriors.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. He was able to punch that ball in and score, and they only ran 5 plays that whole drive with 1 pass. So what an amazing drive put out by the West Branch Warriors.
15 carries entering play tonight, so already a 5th of his outputs in 1 drive. And on top of that, why not add in a touchdown?
Yeah, number 5 and number 3 right back to carry the ball. It looks like number 10, actually, Owen Schick is going to get that one. He's going to be able to take that off.
Good return so far for Schick, breaking through some defenders, rips one to the outside at the 30, and he is finally dragged down now by Marshall playing some defense.
Yeah, Gavin Marshall able to just catch him after he broke a few tackles. Number 10, Owen Schick, man, was he able to just start breaking tackles and make it look like he had something going on there. Unfortunately, he was only able to get to the 30-yard line. Not the same type of return that we saw from West Branch, but still a profitable return.
And here comes the offense led out by freshman quarterback Cannon Kirkpatrick, but a lot of runners once again. Coach Slade's bread and butter, it is the wing T formation, and here it is on display tonight. Misdirection on first down and 10. It's a solid pickup and a good shoulder drop for the Lions. Gets a few extra. That's Lane Hawk getting the opening carry of the night for the offense.
Like I predicted in pregame, I said that Lane Hawk was going to be able to step up, make something happen this game, really show some different action, and if he was able to be successful within this run game, then it would be an entire different game for the West Branch Warriors to try to play defense against.
And that'll set up second down and 2 after a gain of 8 on the play. So solid work by Hawk to begin things on offense. Once again, misdirection. Nate Linkets for the first time today bounces it outside, and he is thrown down way late out of bounds. There will be no flag, but an excellent hit by the West Branch Warriors. Grady Hurst in on the hit defensively.
Yeah, Grady Hurst being a dual threat on both sides of the field. Just an amazing player, somebody who is actually able to use their legs, use their feet and their hands, showing that he has it at the defensive line, linebacker, and quarterback position.
And according to the stat sheet, that is TFL number 1 on the year for Grady Hurst. So 3rd down and 3 for Minerva. They need to get something here deep in their own territory, but pushing towards midfield. Same exact play. It is Hawk slipping up the field, needs to get to around the 40, and he is close, right at the line to get, and they will move the chains. 1st down, Minerva.
Yeah, number 56, Zach Coffey, almost getting a stop right there, but just unfortunately getting blocked, getting double teamed to where the running back for Minerva was able to push up and gain the 1st down.
And that is excellent resolve by the Minerva Lions. A team that easily could have sat down and said, okay, they're better than us. They're going to win this one. But right now, showing plenty of heart, and if they can drive down the field, a chance to tie things up early on. Kirkpatrick hands it off behind. It's Timmy Kirkpatrick for the first time today, and the sophomore sensation is down at his own 45. A solid pickup of 5 on the play for the sophomore, taking his tally on the year up from 644 to 649 on now 89 carries.
Yeah, and that's crazy. You know, right there, we just saw the brother duo able to get a nice gain right there on the 1st down. So now we got 2nd down and 5. Nate, I think it's already looking like a very close game.
I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I alluded to this in other broadcasts. If teams can play the Browns way, if you will, 4 drives each in a game, you score on each one, you have yourself a dogfight, no pun intended, with a dog pound. Link is on the sweep, going to the near side, and he will be spun down in the backfield. An excellent hit by the West Branch Warriors. That is Jackson Shin, the junior.
Yeah, Jackson Shin, number 50, came down on a blitz, was able to just eye the running back, Nate Linkus. Man, I just didn't think that I was going to see this athleticism this early in the game. Able to get right behind the line of scrimmage and make a great play. Kind of threw him down right by his back, so you can tell he's strong. This might be another guy that they have to look out for.
Nate Link is taken down to the backfield twice early on. He is the only football player on the homecoming court this year for the Minerva Lions. Hawk in motion on 3rd down. It is Cannon Kirkpatrick looking to throw. He will take a shot up the field, and it is going to be picked off by West Branch. Now they say incomplete. On the follow-through, he dropped it. But what a jump ball. Very nearly picked off. And now it is 4th down. And here comes the punting unit. What a stop. I believe that was Grady close in coverage.
Yeah, I think that was intended for number 10, Owen Schick on the Minerva Lions. Unable to get that down. The ball was thrown just a tad bit short. Almost he did hop up there and try to get it, though. So it was just defense by both squads.
And talk about his hands there, DC. No PI at all.
None.
He was perfect with his hands, as you would hope. And here comes the punting unit for Minerva, and it is going to be a shallow punt to the near side. It'll bounce right in front of Bryce down below, rolling past the 25, and it'll be down at around the 22, and that'll be where Grady Hurst and the West Branch offense runs out for their 2nd drive. With 7:20 on the clock in Q1, it's the boys from Beloit 7, Minerva 0 on SmeeSports.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
Welcome back to Robert H. Hines Stadium. 1st down and 10 at the 22. Pass in the flats, caught by Jeremiah Thomas. Thomas loosed up the far sideline, and he might be gone. He's at the 40, and he will take it to the house. Touchdown, West Branch. 1 play, 1 score. It's the 2 quarterbacks combining for 6.
That's incredible. That was incredible. Like you said, a bubble screen right to the right side of the field. He catches it. He gets an amazing block by that 6'7" tight end. He pushes him all the way down, and as soon as he saw green, he kept going for it. Somebody tried to grab him to stop him, but he said, no, you won't. Took it to the crib. That's what I was talking about, JT.
West Branch. They're legit. We answered that question quite easily here. And now a whistle will blow before the extra point here. And we will see what they do decide. But DC, that screenplay is so dangerous. But we got to talk about the blockers there for West Branch. They created that space. They created the avenue. But the speed of Jeremiah Thomas definitely does help in that case.
Yeah, most definitely. And you could just kind of tell as soon as he got the ball in his hands, it was over with right there. Unfortunately, we had a lot of people miss their blocks. He only had 2 receivers on that side. It was one receiver that came out. He got the first initial block. Then the 6'7" tight end was able to go out there and get the other block.
And that 6'7" tight end, Gavin Gregory, he is a top-tier player, committed to Toledo. Looking at his exploits so far this year, 18 receptions, 320 yards, 3 scores. Last year, 21 catches, 329 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he is on track to have a better season this year than he did last campaign, an 11-1 year for the West Branch Warriors. And really, what's impressive about them is their winning ability under head coach Tim Cooper. 38-6, 6-3 in the playoffs. But DC, the big thing to look at for him, 3-1 year 1, then 2-1, then 1-1. He can't allow it to go down to 0-1 this year.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I doubt that he will, especially with that tight end. I mean, I'm looking over at the team right now. I see him towering over every single other player right now.
Feeling short, DC?
I am. I'm only 5'8" myself. And, 6'7" is an entire foot taller than me. So I've been down and I've done West Branch games and been a photographer and been a videographer for West Branch multiple times. So I've been around him. And I definitely have to crack my neck all the way up to see him. And I've never done an interview with him. I've never talked to the kid or anything like that. But he is an exceptional player.
Just wait for basketball season, DC. It's going to be a lot more of that.
I'm ready for it. I'm prepared for it.
But 7:06 on the clock in quarter number 1. The boys from Beloit, West Branch, up 14-0. Here comes the return by the Minerva Lions in need of a big possession. Schick trying to get out of a tackle, does for a moment, but finally is swarmed by a pack of Warriors. And that'll set up the offense for their second drive. That initial hit coming from Drew Gaspar, the senior.
Yeah, Drew Gaspar, and then Brock Woost was another player right there, right on the tackle, came from the left side, even though Minerva just returned the ball from the left side. So he kind of came up from the behind a little bit and able to get that tackle. The initial hit, like Nate Smee said, was a great hit. Almost there, just a little bit shorter on this return.
We do have a score update. No score, 5:21 left to go between Brunswick and Lorraine over at Brunswick High School. My dad, David Smee, is doing photography for that game. And I'll explain more in a minute. First down to 10, handoff Linkus, and the Turf Monster gets him in the backfield.
Yeah, you don't want to see that anymore this game. They've already slipped a few times running the ball this game. Definitely have to get the run game going right now. That wing T formation has to be their best bet.
And going back to the reason why my dad is at Brunswick right now, she's not necessarily my cousin, but by friendship she is. Delaney Zelenka, she's a freshman at Brunswick High School. She has Down syndrome. She is cheering at all of the home games this year for Brunswick.
Oh, that's amazing.
Absolutely love Delaney to death. Even talking about it earlier on today, I was tearing up, just so proud of her for doing that. Glad that we will have pictures of that. Sad I'm not there to see it, obviously, DC, but still, it's a great day for her and a great day for her family. Second down and 10, good run out to the far side. Not much going as that was a direct snap to Owen Schick.
Yeah, man, trying to be there in that wildcat position. Almost getting down, but that defensive line right there by West Branch is just stopping everything at the line of scrimmage. It's very hard for Minerva to get something started right here.
So now third down and 4, but to be fair, they're not moving the ball that bad right now. That's the thing.
They're not. Yeah, they definitely move the ball enough to where they're not in any bad third down position.
But it looks like, at least based on the setup and who is getting the actual play call, Owen Schick is the quarterback right now for Minerva. A very interesting development. We'll see where Cannon figures into all of this in a few moments. But you need 4 here to keep the drive going. Schick, somebody jumps the gap for West Branch, and it is another TFL. I believe that was Schreifeller, the sophomore.
Yeah, man, he just came in so quickly from the linebacker position. A lot of times that you see something like that, this was a blitz that was already it was already tempted. They have already attempted this blitz. They finally got it to succeed this time, and I think we're going to see more of this all night, especially with them trying to run this wildcat position.
Well, we did see Schreifeller during baseball season. He was a freshman that actually got a good amount of playing time last year, I believe mainly at third base. Shallow punt here by Hawk. It'll bounce around midfield, and now it takes a very favorable bounce for the Minerva Lions. And look, it goes right to Bryce out of bounds.
Right to him out of bounds. Great shot. Shout out to Bryce down there doing an amazing job with the camera in his hands. This is not his first game with the camera in hands. He is an expert at this, so we hope that you guys really enjoy the expertise that he's bringing to this football game.
And once again, we'll keep things up here as you are watching OHS AA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. Next commercial break, time for a new sponsor, Dr. D. Another chiropractor up in Cleveland. We have the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, but down here in Minerva, Stark County people, any back pain, go to Dr. D. More information on that in a few minutes. Forfeit drop back. Goes out wide, pass is caught by Thomas at the 40. Sutter's back inside. JT getting shifty, now towards the middle of the field, brings it back to the near side, and Jeremiah Thomas is loose again. He has some blockers, and he is gone. Santa Maria, touchdown Westbridge. Unbelievable from Jeremiah Thomas.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And a lot of these people in the crowd right now are getting upset. If you look at the last little few seconds of that run, you'll see number 58, Chase Gee, kind of push number 56 on the Minerva Lions, Isaiah Wilson, in the back. And these people in the crowd are upset. They did not get a call right there. If you see right there, you'll see it a little bit on the left sidelines right behind him. But what an amazing run by number 1, Jeremiah Thomas. Started up on the right side of the field, ended up all the way on the other side of the field. My mouth just could not close that entire time. I did not know what I was watching.
I can't get over the fact that Grady Close beat him to the end zone.
Yeah.
Or rather, Grady Hurst, the quarterback, beat him all the way there.
Yeah, no, he had to. He wanted to celebrate first. He saw what was going on. An amazing drive, 3 plays on that drive just to get him going. The last final play, they were able to just score. And I think that was a 60-yard run, minus however many yards he crossed the field with. So
what a job by West Branch. 4:30 on the clock in Q1. We step aside for a word from our sponsor.
The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to the next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Welcome back to Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium in Minerva. 21-0, and there is a collision deep in Minerva territory, and that'll set up the offense. It's a miscue there. If you're Minerva right now, DC, how do you respond down 21-0? All pretty much because of one man, Jeremiah Houdini Thomas.
Yeah, I think the first thing that you have to realize is that it's your homecoming game, and you want to make this lit for everybody. You want to come back and have one of the greatest homecoming stories that anybody has to right now. 4 minutes and 29 seconds left in the first quarter. 21-0 up Warriors. You know, right now you just got to lock in and ride the wave.
And Bryce has moved on over to the far side. There he is in the far corner. A beautiful shot from behind the play. First down and 10. There is some early movement. This is a free play. Now they call it dead. We will see who it's on. Gregory moved first, but you never know. There could have been a twitch down below for Minerva.
Yeah, anything could have happened right there. Minerva just has to be able to pick it up right here, and they still look good. They're running the ball really well. They're outside, just moving the ball, moving down the field. And I hope nobody else is hurt on the field. A lot of clapping. No, nothing is going on. So, yeah, like I'm saying, a lot of stuff is going right for Minerva. They just have to be able to keep moving the ball down the field and convert on third down.
That's the key thing. You got to just do your jobs. You got to follow your assignments here. First down and 5. Handoff. It is Hawk. Almost taken down to the backfield. Gets out of Hurst's hit and is able to get towards the line to gain. Just past it appears. And for the second time today, Minerva will move the chains for a first down.
Yeah, that number 56 on the West Branch Warriors, Zach Coffey, he's really having a game right now. I've seen him over on every single play that the Minerva Lions has ran to his side and just being the factor on why they cannot keep going up the field. The linebackers will come in and they'll scoop up and they'll make the play. They'll clean up the trash. But he's doing really good.
Over a TFL per game so far, 8 TFLs, 17 tackles, 10 of them are assisted, 1 forced fumble, and then 1 QB pressure on the year. He has been very active for the West Branch Warriors. First down and 10, handoff. It is Timmy Kirkpatrick. Somebody is down well behind the play. Kirkpatrick's in the pile about 5 yards ahead, getting a solid pickup on the play.
Right. Number 57, he was trying to get in there just a little bit. He was able to he was able to roll off with the offensive lineman and get in there and squeeze himself in there to make the gain from Minerva just a little less than it should have been.
Once again, though, DC, I looked at that play. I'm like, wait a minute, where's Timmy?
Yeah.
I saw the guy down in the backfield. It took me a minute to say, okay, that was just one heck of a block.
It was. It honestly was. And, man, they got a lot of good athletes on their team.
3:05 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Minerva down 21-0. Handoff. It's Timmy Kirkpatrick up the middle, and it is back-to-back first downs for the Minerva Lions. And this is how their offense wants to begin to operate.
Yeah, number 5 right there, Grady Hurst with the tackle. Able to blow him up, but, man, Minerva was a strong run team. Able to make that first down happen really quick. Great running scheme right there. It was that was power. If you don't know what power is, that's when you have a lineman pull, and he enters another gap on the opposite side of the line.
And as we do have a timeout called on the field, we will step aside as well. 2:51 on the clock in quarter number 1. West Branch up 21-0 on Minerva. DC, let's toss it over to our newest broadcast sponsor.
No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to our 4 broadcast sponsors today, Heather Prince of Howard Hanna, Crowell Interiors, the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club, and then Dr. D for bringing you today's broadcast, specifically the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club for sponsoring today's broadcast as the presenter. Early movement up front on first down and 10. Kirkpatrick bounced outside, and he will be taken down behind the play. It's a loss of 1. Nicely done by Lucas Black.
Yeah, Lucas Black right there on the tackle. You could see that the coach is a little upset. I did see a hand right on the face mask. The ref was honestly right behind the entirety of the action, so I doubt he saw it. But I feel like sometimes these Minerva Lions they're kind of getting the downside of things.
And as well, I do want to thank Mr. Garth Evans, the athletic director of Minerva, for his contribution as well to make these broadcasts possible. Second down and 11 after a loss of 1 on the play for Minerva. It is Kirkpatrick. He takes a shot. Wide open Schick, but he is overshot. Had him over the top. And Cannon will have to do it again on third down and 11.
Yeah, Kirkpatrick right now, he's got a cannon for sure as he overthrows Owen Schick right there just a little bit. What a great play. Do it again, do it again, do it again. That's all I can say. Minerva took advantage of West Branch always trying to blitz right there, and that's what I think we're going to see more of. West Branch is probably going to change up their scheme a little bit for them to have Grady Hurst go down and play that safety position a little bit better. He's probably going to start being a little bit farther out. The Minerva's also getting their run game blocked a little bit right here.
So third down and 11. Linkus in motion. It is a reversal over towards Schick, and there is a lot of open space on the far side. Owen gets a block. He is loose. First down, Minerva, and that is how you run the double reversal.
Most definitely. Number 3, Linkus right to the other running back, and he was able to just get right to the side of the field. Number 4, oh my goodness, Cannon Kirkpatrick, what a freaking football player.
Give Zach Slates his flowers. What a play call.
Yeah, and if you're able to keep up plays like that, that's not a trick play, people. That is a real play right there. And he was able to keep that up and just actually get down the field with it. That's the type of scheme that we're going to see.
So now first down and 10, ball spotted at the 38. Things are getting interesting here. Kirkpatrick has to throw, has Schick over the top, incomplete. Right there on the coverage, it is Grady Close. Once again.
Yeah, and right there we also got number 3 Lincoln coming out. If Lincoln if he were able to turn his head back about 3 seconds before he would have, the quarterback would have saw him, gave him the ball, and let him run wide. He probably would have thrown the ball on his outside shoulder just for him to be able to do that.
But still, like you said, not much time there, but you have to give Cannon a lot of credit. He's starting to get more comfortable.
Yeah.
Usually a lot of these young guys, oh, shoot a guy in my face, I'm chucking it deep. That time, he gives a good effort on the ball. He is getting better, now getting some real game experience. That's what you like to see. Linkus cuts it up on 2nd down and 10, nearing the 35, and they will indeed give it to him. And Linkus, unfortunately, will have to sub out as he does lose his helmet there. 3rd down and about. It's not on the board yet, so I believe 8 is what they're going to give, and there it is, confirmed.
Yeah, right there, strong run right there by Linkus. He got hit in the backfield, and then he was able to convert another 2-3 yards after he got hit. So a great run right there by him. The helmet, I think it might have been just a little loose. I didn't see anybody grab it off. I think it just got popped off.
Score update from Brunswick. Lorraine, an 80-yard touchdown. Extra point, no good. 6-0, final minute of the first quarter. Handoff to Kirkpatrick on 3rd down and 8. And forward progress should get him halfway there about. So now it's decision time for Coach Slate. And I think the decision here is easy. Keep that O on the field. It'll be 4th down and 5. You don't have the leg for it right now. I think you got to go for it and hope for the best here.
And that's exactly what they're going to do.
The question is, who gets it? Link is on the sideline right now.
He is on the sideline right now.
It's worth noting, though, DC, not to interrupt, they don't have to run a play as the play clock is a little bit in front of the actual total clock. Will they run a play, though?
They got Kendrick out there, man.
They will. Kirkpatrick on 4th down and 5 to the flats. Pass is caught, and it is going to be close. Will they move the chains? And it looks like the answer is no. It was an excellent catch in stride by Skylar Lab, but not enough, and that'll turn things back to West Branch.
Yeah, I kind of sailed that one a little high. He had to jump up to get it, so as soon as he came down, he didn't have a choice but to follow his body and go out of bounds. If he was able to just stop, tap his toes real quick, and try to get up the field a little bit, he might have been able to convert the 1st down, but that's a really, really hard play for anybody to make.
The big thing right now for Minerva, you can't let them score on 3 consecutive plays. You got to get something here. Anything but allowing a touchdown. Now, if you score one here, yes, that's allowed.
Keep your kids back. Keep them scooted back just in case they got a salient game.
Handoff to the running back. That is Marshall. Not much on the play. And that'll bring us to the end of the opening 12 minutes at Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium. West Branch dominating so far. JT has 2. Marshall has 1 touchdown. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. The second quarter about to get underway here in Minerva. West Branch up 21-0 on the Minerva Lions. The defense for Minerva, they need a stop here. West Branch, they want another touchdown. Hurst looking in the flats, nobody home. He will run it himself on the outside, and he will get a few on the play. But I think based on that look, DC, he wanted JT in the flats. JT wasn't there. You see him on your screen right now, kind of right in front of the 35. He was there. He was ready to go. Just got too far up the field, and in the end, not much going.
He couldn't make it.
So now 3rd down and 4. Hurst trying to draw them offside, unable to do so quite yet.
And that is their second attempt drawing them off sides. I think we're going to see that about 2 to 3 times every quarter.
And there's the beautiful end zone cam angle. So 3rd down and 4. It is a hard count. Hurst, he will throw passes caught by Gavin Gregory. It's a 1st down for West Branch, and he is spun down. An aggressive battle between himself and Hawk. Hawk able to spin him out, and I think Gavin Gregory kind of surprised that he was taken down there.
Yeah, most definitely. You can see the surprise in his face as soon as he got up. Gavin Gregory able to try to just get the ball, bounce it outside, got the 1st down, but couldn't really do any more with it. Lane Hawk with a great tackle on his own.
And once again, hard count. In the meantime, it is Marshall. Marshall, he gets a block on the far side. Could have been a hold. They say no. And he is spun down on the far side, maybe 2 yards shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, Jeremiah Thomas trying to show off some strength right there. Saw a person running towards him as soon as he clocked his head. Turned around and just stuck his shoulder out. And the dude just ended up falling on the ground. So a good running scheme is being played right here by West Branch, and they're also incorporating their pass game on a collegiate level, honestly.
Lucas Black now the back for West Branch on 2nd down and short. Black takes it up the far hashes, able to get the 1st down and then some. Spun down right before the 35 of Minerva. And West Branch, they continue to move the chains.
Yeah, always. And I think that it's low-key a little bit intimidating for Minerva when they see the big number 84 going in motion. I think all eyes go to him, and these linebackers don't know what to do.
And there's some early motion on the line. Nothing called. 1st down and 10. Good pass caught by Streitfeller on the far side in the flats. And he is still going, able to get another 1st down.
I think right there I saw a fumble, and they were able to pick the ball back up. Number 63, offensive lineman Chase Stillian blocking all the way down the field. That's what we call pancake-type effort.
And then Corallo, I believe, came up with it.
Yeah, and he was able to come up with it. And, that was just a good all-around team play.
It is worth noting, though, not that it matters right now, but to begin the second half, it will be Minerva ball, just to put that out there.
Nice. And they're going to have a chance to score right out the gate of the half.
But right now the focus is shutting down this West Branch offense, and every team on the regular season schedule knows that is easier said than done. Even Canfield, they allowed 3 scores to West Branch in their 26-21 win back in week 1. But that was a different team than this one. Handoff Lucas Black once again on the outside hashes. And he will be spun down a little bit in front of the initial line of scrimmage, and actually on that extra push, able to get a few extra.
Yeah, and then you saw somebody from Minerva right there going for the ball once again. Number 4, Lucas Black was trying to take the ball off. He, instead of actually wrapping Lucas Black up, he just went straight for the ball as soon as he made contact, and he was able to just hold him right there. And I think that's going to be on their mental for a little while now.
Wouldn't be surprised at all. 2nd down and 5 here for West Branch. Hurst, he will go across the middle. Pass is caught by Jeremiah Thomas. Thomas able to get past the 10, and they will give him to about on the far side, the 7. It's once again a 1st down for West Branch. And if he scores again here, DC, then JT will be 1 touchdown away from tying his season best, a program record once again. If he gets 5 tonight, that's a program record as well, by himself, replacing the legend of the program in Joey Jackson.
Wow, and that would be so awesome to see. That would be awesome for him to put on his football resume, for him to go anywhere he wants to. He's already got 1 offer from the greatest, the best to ever do it, the best to ever have him there, Mount Union. So if he is able to actually do and produce like he will tonight, that'll be just great for him.
And the play does get moved back. I believe some kind of hold there. But as well, it is worth noting the records that Jackson does have. He has career yards leader, career touchdowns, receptions in the game, and touchdowns in the game. Hirsch dropping back on 2nd down. He goes up the far side. Pass is caught. He will stumble towards the end zone, but he will be taken out well before it. Good effort to try and get up the field, but not enough to stay in bounds. 1st down and goal now officially for the West Branch Warriors.
Yeah, he was able to get down to about the 8-yard line before he stumbled out of bounds. So great freaking run right there.
That was Landon Coffey, the 6'5", 200-pound sophomore.
Yes, sir.
So first down and goal at the 8. Run up the middle. Touchdown, West Branch. Lucas Black breaks through the entire defensive line, gets to that second level, and from there, it is smooth sailing to the beach.
Yeah, and that was just a well put together drive, able to just go down the field and score on multiple different plays, but multiple successful plays.
He's sailing away. 2 rushing touchdowns today, 1 for Marshall, 1 for Black, and 2 in the air for Hurst, picking up Jeremiah Thomas. Here comes the extra point attempt for West Branch. A chance to make it 28-0. And the kick is good. The West Branch Warriors, they continue to pile on the points early on in this one. 8:59 until halftime in Minerva. It's the boys from Beloit once again up 28-0 on the Minerva Lions.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
Before we get back to the action, to stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is 5,250 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. There's no added cost, but it greatly helps on all we do. As well, follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn at SmeeSports LLC. And join us on our website, SmeeSports.com. Some written content there. And as well, you have the option to either A, buy some merch to support us, or B, you have the chance to directly donate to us. Squib kick to get things underway after the switching of sides. And West Branch, a powerful hit there. That'll instill some fear into the Minerva offense as they come back out again. So far, empty-handed. West Branch, they have been great. 4 drives, 4 scores. What has to change here for Minerva?
I think a lot has to change here for Minerva. Obviously, their defense has to step up. They've been doing a great job stopping some of the long passing games, the short passing games. That has to change. They have to be able to stop the bubble screen. If they run another bubble screen, then it might be over. If they have a lot to do right now, Nate.
Definitely, and they do have time on their side. First down, and it'll be a handoff immediately snuffed out by the West Branch Warriors. There is a late beanie thrown in, so that could mean it is a loose ball. But it does appear that Minerva comes back up with it. And as well, you see the push-ups right there. One of the traditions of West Branch. They have the Warrior mascot right in front of their student section. You love to see it.
You do love to see it. There's still a lot of energy in the crowd. It's still a great place to be. Minerva has started to die down just a tad bit, but you still see their cheerleaders doing their things. They're still having a great homecoming game, and the student section is still active.
So now 2nd down and 10. They say he got back to the line of scrimmage due to forward progress. Kirkpatrick, he will drop back. He will take the deep shot, looking for Linkus, and it is picked off by a West Branch. What an interception by Jeremy Ramsey.
Yeah, Linkus right there. He really wanted to catch that. You saw it. He was thrown out by 2 defenders, and again, the ball was slightly underthrown. Linkus is a very, very fast person. He's a very fast guy. He kind of overran the ball a little bit. If he stayed right there where he knew the ball was going to drop and didn't try to back up from it, he would have made that play. And he honestly could have broke both the defenders and went down and scored. Nobody was around. There was not many people around for about 15, 20 yards, so he could have capitalized off of it. But like I said, the ball was underthrown, and there was 2 defenders right in front of him where the ball was thrown.
Once again, score update from Brunswick. 10:34 left to go in the second quarter. Brunswick down 12-7 to the Lorraine Titans, from what I'm being told by our eyes in the stands and on the field. A lot of open Titans. Not something we expected to see against the Brunswick Blue Devils. That is a game to monitor, DC.
Yes, it is. That is a game to watch, and we want to see somebody come down with it. I think Brunswick is going to stay on top of it.
And as well, as we go for some score updates, it is worth noting Benedictine and Ignatius, they kicked off at 7:30, not 7. So we will see 1st down and 10. Deep shot taken, wide open in the end, but not enough to get there. Weingart close, and at the end there, DC, it may not have been the biggest margin, but West Branch, 2 steps is wide open.
Yeah, number 5, Grady Hurst, trying to show off the arm right there a little bit. I honestly thought he had a big chance, big opportunity to make a big play right there. He didn't underthrow, he didn't overthrow. The wide receiver he wasn't able to tail in.
First play of scrimmage, Benedictine scores a touchdown. 74 yards, 7-0 Benedictine.
Wow.
Wow.
What a run. 74 yards.
Right over the middle of the pass.
Yeah, I wonder how many people he broke.
Here we go. Hurst over the middle. Pass is caught by Jeremiah Thomas. Thomas slipping through some tackles. He will be close to the first down marker. They down him at the 40. And they will move the chains for a West Branch first down.
Oh, my gosh. I keep watching Jeremiah Thomas, and lately I've been watching a lot of Mount Union highlights, and he's just reminding me so much of Nick Turner. And Nate, you said something about this earlier off of the mic, and you said something about how he reminds you of Nick Turner. He's just so shifty.
Oh, for sure. And the thing with Nick, he has the speed, he has the agility, he has every single tool that makes him a great wide receiver. And the big thing with Nick, he doesn't need the spotlight.
No, he
that
doesn't.
makes him great.
Yep.
Hurst looking to throw, running out of time, but still a clean pocket, and he will get hit. Lobs it towards Thomas. Pass is caught by Jeremiah. What a catch by JT on the near side. Very nearly a sack, but it's the magical ability of West Branch to create something out of nothing once again on display.
Yeah, it seemed like he knew that he wasn't going to get sacked even with the dude wrapped around his waist. He just kept running, and he threw the ball. JT, able just to catch the ball and get an extra 5 yards on the play.
We got some score updates from around the grounds, and we got some blowouts, DC.
Oh, no.
Miss Gua up 13-2 on Massillon. Triway up 10-7 on Fairless. No score between the Pups and Green. 32-0 JFK Catholic up on St. Thomas Aquinas in the first. Newcomerstown up 16-zip on East Canton. No updates from Salem and Alliance. Sandy Valley down 42-0 to Indian Valley. Perry up 14-zip on the Polar Bears. Orville up 13-9 on Canton South. Marlington up 7-zip on Carrollton. Northwest up 7-zip on Lake. Whoa, that's a big one right there.
I think that Northwest might take that one home. Now, that is incredible. I thought Lakeview was going to be up. I thought Lake was going to be up. What's going on, Nate?
And as well, I don't know what's going on here. Glen Oak 7, Hoover 7.
Wow, Glen Oak is getting a score early in the game like that.
Got 2 more for you. Louisville up 7-zip on Canton Central. And finally, Tyler Pappas, the quarterback for Manchester, up 21-zip on the Tuslaw Mustangs. That score update coming courtesy of Q92 and their websites.
So right now, we are watching the most in-depth game on this Friday night in this conference. This is a lot going on right now. 28-0, Warriors up on the Minerva Lions. 6:55 left to go in the second quarter.
Hurst, he will throw. It is off of Gregory's hands, incomplete. And that'll bring up third down and medium as well. The Gardos are down, but we'll see if they can respond. They did respond moments ago, so we'll try to get a score update here.
Yeah, that just looked like a very hard-thrown ball by number 5 all the way to number 84.
It's now 4-2, the Texas Rangers on top of the Cleveland Guardians.
Wow.
For those who care about that matchup.
Let's go!
Whoa!
One up for Texas, baby!
Big Texas over here having some comments on the Gardos. Here's a good run up the middle by Hurst on third down, and he is able to get the first down and move into Minerva territory.
Yeah, baby, you already know. I'm a big Texas Rangers fan. That was actually one of my first Major League Baseball games that I went to in Texas, was a Rangers game. I went there for the first time in 6th grade, right after one of our SYSA baseball games. Then I went again my senior year with a lot of good friends, so that was an awesome experience. I definitely got to see a lot of great baseball.
Score update, 8:24 left to go in quarter number 2. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin 21, Holy Name 0.
Yeah, man, shout out to Caleb Brown and Logan Williams.
Handoff, Thomas on the sweep on first down and 10. He gets hit behind the line, and he is spun down. There is a flag, so we will have to address the laundry, but potentially, DC, a rare TFL against the West Branch Warriors.
Yeah, man, and you know, you want to see that. And they're going even farther back after the flag, so something went wrong, and then something went really wrong.
Well, watch it back here in the replay, DC, to see if you see it. Maybe a hold there. Yep, that is a hold.
Yeah, most definitely. And the dude he was holding just made the play. That is incredible. Tackle for loss, and you were getting held. So, great job. by the Minerva Lions defense.
I'll tell you what, these guys are resilient no matter what the score is. That's what makes Minerva football so fun to watch. This might not be their night, DC, but in the next 2 weeks, our next 2 Fridays, it'll be spent with these Minerva Lions. First of all, we will have them next week against Salem, and then again on 10-10 at Marlington.
And Salem is playing Alliance tonight, so I really want to see how they're doing. I hope we can get some score updates on that game.
Should be able to soon. Hurst, he will throw it on the screen. Wide open Gregory across the middle, and he is loose. Up the near sideline. Nobody close, and he is gone. Touchdown, West Branch.
What a screen right there. That was a middle. That was just an up the field screen. Oh, wow. Right there in the celebration, we see how strong and how big this kid is, man. He's just knocking over his own teammates on the celebration, and I don't think he cares. He's an excited guy right now. He might be a little tired. That's a lot of running for a big dude.
And with 5:59 on the clock in the first half, it won't be in effect now, but in the second half, we will have a running clock.
Yes, sir. Yeah, buddy.
That is incredible from the West Branch Warriors. Extra point, it is good.
Like, what a play, man. He just caught the ball. He just started running with it. He got a really, really good block by the wide receiver right there. Blocked the corner, turned him, turned the body. That's exactly what the offensive line coach will teach you. If you're not strong enough to keep pushing that guy all the way down the field, you'll have to turn his body. That's exactly what the wide receiver did to the cornerback. Let number 84, Greg, get down to the field. He made a really good read. He just kept going outside, and as soon as he got to the outside, he hit it and made the touchdown.
35-0 West Branch, your score. 5:59 on the clock in the first half.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
More push-ups for the Warriors, but they do not care, DC. 35-0 your score in the first half. 5:59 on the clock in Q2. Talk about that athleticism right there.
Yeah, that was a crazy amount of athleticism. I didn't realize how fast this kid was either.
And back to the action, a squib kick, loose ball at the 20. And Schick will see it out of play, so that'll give some good field position, rather, to the Minerva Lions. And DC, they got to have something here.
Yeah, kicker Gavin Clemens right now, I mean, he's putting in a lot of work for the West Branch right now. He's made every single field goal, and he's kicked the ball off 5 times already. So right now, we're going to see a lot more effort from the Minerva Lions. Coming out on offense, they got to give Linkus the ball, but unfortunately, they just put him on the sidelines or they're calling a timeout. No, they have just put him on the sidelines, so we're going to see what they try to do right here.
And as well, make sure you do stick with us at halftime, as we will have full live coverage with audio and video of the Minerva High School Marching Band and the West Branch Warriors Marching Band. Glad to do that for both schools, as the band kids, they deserve the same amount of love as these athletes. First down and 10. Good little sweep here for Minerva, but not much happening after the initial hits. And the Warriors continue to swarm Minerva.
Yeah, he had 2 open gaps right there. I saw both angles. I saw both sides that he could have gone to. He chose the side that he was going to get the fewest amount of yards at, but he was also going to spend the fewest amount of time trying to get to the next play as well. So I think he made the right decision right there for them to start this drive off with the run game.
And I will say we are seeing a lot of Skylar Labb in this game. Didn't call his name at all last time that we were here, but today, DC, a lot of number 23. Second down and 8. Handoff here. It is, I believe, Kirkpatrick. And Kirkpatrick gets around to the 40-yard line. But an interesting story on Skylar Labb. I was talking to my girlfriend today as she does her field over at Minerva Middle School and said, hey, one of the teachers had a jersey on today. I'm like, all right, who was it? Gave me the last name. And guess whose jersey it was, DC?
Timothy Kirkpatrick.
No. The man who had the carry before that, Skylar Labb.
Wow. And he's getting a lot of press, isn't he?
So there's the parallel there. I forget which teacher it was who had the jersey on, but always a good snippet to have it from that perspective. So
right. The man, the myth, the legend, Tyler Labb, baby. Scholar Live, not Tyler Scholar.
But I'll tell you what right now, Minerva, they need a big play on third down. Here is the cut up field. It's close, and I think they have it. That run coming from Lane Hawk, the senior, and they will move the chains for a Minerva first down.
There we go. Now we're seeing Lincoln's getting subbed back in. Number 23, Skylar Lab coming out, and he's honestly had a few really good runs right there. They might be able to throw him back in and put him back in if they want more people on the wing T who are going to play running back instead of a tight end position just to throw off the game a little bit.
The big thing right now for Minerva, they got to get on the board before the end of the first half, get the ball back and score again, make it 35-14, and then from there it could be at least a little bit more manageable. First down and 10, handoff Linkus, and Nate is going to be dragged down from behind. Travis Hoy, the sophomore, 5'9", 250, in on the initial hit for West Branch.
Yeah, the only thing is that I'm seeing right now is that Minerva has to fix is that their offensive line just needs more forward motion. The offensive line just has to get the people getting pushed backwards. If you can't push the defensive line backwards, your run game won't have a foundation on it for you to actually be able to move the ball forward.
Clock continuing to run, 3:35 left to go in the first half. Second down and 8. Linkus in motion for the Lions. The ball is on the ground. It is loose. Kirkpatrick, he got close to it, but West Branch also making a play on the ball, and they will say it is Warrior Bowl on the initial points.
Wow, just another turnover. That is the third turnover today with 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery by the West Branch Warriors. Right now, Minerva definitely has to be able to pick this up.
They got to find something at the break that gets them back involved in this matchup. But DC, if I am the West Branch Warriors, we were talking, okay, those first 5 games, what did we see? They're making a statement saying, yeah, stick to your Mount Union stuff. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, most definitely. And Minerva is just able to come out here and not produce in that wing T, but they were also able to produce on a nice little cutback play.
First down at 10, handoff. It is Marshall. Marshall getting some space, going for the first down, and he will take a Lion with him to the line, and that is enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, number 2 on Minerva Lions, Kirster got in there to stop the run. A good tackle by him, and now he's coming off the field. Just another good tackle. Even though they got the first down, it was still a great play because he was on the opposite side of the field.
West Branch, they want to make it 42-zip before the half is done. Hurst, he has some time. He gets hit. His pass is still caught on the far side. Good motion for the first down, and the Warrior is down, but we might have a loose football. Somebody slid in for Minerva. It's a pileup. We will see where they point. West Branch thinks it's their ball still, but we still have to see the initial decision. Minerva now pointing in their favor, and we will have to see, and they say it is Minerva football.
And I just felt life get right back into this crowd as they cheered when they found out that Minerva just got the ball back. We saw people on the sidelines from Minerva also pointing down their side of the field. Stuff is looking good for Minerva right now. I think we're going to see an entire change of this game right here. We need to see more energy from the Minerva sidelines. The game is 35-0 right now, but that is 5 scores in. It's the second quarter, guys. Come on. You got it. You can do it. Keep going.
For the first time today, West Branch empty on a drive.
Right. Empty. 2 first downs, and then they're gone.
And now Coach Slates, he is having a word with one of the judges. He has not been very happy tonight.
No, he hasn't.
A whistle will blow, and I kind of think this play is going to get halted. And wow, apparently there was a phantom whistle, and it's back to West Branch. The play is null and void. I have never seen that actually come into effect in a high school football game. Wow.
Yeah, that I've actually seen that happen one time. That will frustrate people to the max. So let's just hope we can leave this stadium pretty quickly after this game.
I mean, you heard down below, they were not happy, and I think with due cause, I'm guessing a fan blew a whistle.
Yeah, that's what they said. A phantom whistle usually means a whistle that is not a whistle that was heard but was not officiated. So hopefully, hopefully they can still captivate off of this drive, get a stop, get them to 4th down, make them force a field goal, and just turn the ball right back into your hands, go down the field and score. That's the only thing that needs to be on the Minerva mindset right now.
And you might be asking yourself, okay, if the ball's already loose when the whistle was blown, why does it matter? A whistle is still initiating the play being done. West Branch can easily say, you know what? Yeah, we heard that whistle. We gave up on the play. We thought we were done.
Yeah, most definitely. But the ball came out. People were still moving, so the officials most definitely saw and probably thought that same thing.
So 2nd down and 2. Handoff. It is Marshall up the far hashes, still dragging Lions with him. Gets the 1st down and then some. He is into the red zone, and I believe down at around the 18-yard line. A solid pickup on the play, and the freshman running back, 15 carries, 95 yards entering play tonight, has a touchdown and has yet another 1st down.
Yeah, another 1st down coming quick right after the fumble. Same guy. But one thing I want to highlight right here is that they have been fumbling the ball just a little bit more.
Both sides having some handling issues right now. Now they move the ball up to the 17. 1st down and 10. Over the middle, wide open, Jeremiah Thomas. And he is clobbered by a Lion immediately. Still a 1st down. Make it 1st and goal. But JT, excellent composure to hang on.
Yeah, you saw how rough that hit got, but he was also able to keep on his feet for the first initial steps after he got hit. So you can see the strength on this wide receiver.
So 1st down and goal at the 4. Screen pass caught on the far side, and he is in. Touchdown, West Branch.
Gosh, did he just hurdle him to go for another touchdown? Please show me the replay to see if I just saw one of those players just get hurdled. That was so amazing. I just saw such great athleticism. This game is kind of getting out of hand. If I'm honest right now, Nate, I don't see a lot of room for Minerva to keep scoring and for them to keep coming back.
I think partially he did. We'll get it again on the phone here. Little leapfrog in there. Little leapfrog. And here comes the extra point attempt, and it is true. The West Branch Warriors getting creative, finding touchdown after touchdown. That one from Streifeller, the sophomore. He is involved in the action, and it is a Warrior party here in Minerva. $1:58 on the clock in the 1st half. All West Branch on SmeeSports.
No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Well, welcome back to Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium in Minerva. West Branch 42, Minerva 0 your score on SmeeSports. For those just tuning in, he is Daniel Clark and I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Well, West Branch is West Branching once again.
Yeah, most definitely. A lot of good scores, a lot of good drives being put up by the West Branch Warriors. Not too much to say.
Minerva, they need an answer and they need it quick. That will keep them somewhat in this game. But that would take a lot, even with a touchdown here, as this will be a touchback, and that'll set up Cannon Kirkpatrick with a decent field in front of him. Not much time left to play in this opening half, DC. And right now, if you are the Minerva Lions, you got to take something into the locker room.
Yeah, most definitely. I think they're taking good drives. They've had good drives. They've had a few turnovers, but I think they're still able to captivate off this game, have some type of successful plan coming outside of the half, and just attack the 3rd quarter with all their might. Once it hits the 4th quarter and they haven't changed anything, they haven't done anything that's been different, then we might be able to say, okay, West Branch did their thing tonight.
Score update at the half. Holy Name down 21-0 to Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. A team ranked number 22 in Region 3. 1st down and 10. And not much going in correction. Division 3, not Region 3.
Yeah, and I think Minerva is doing really, really good off those cross plays like that. They had a really nice run earlier this game off of a flick play, off of another cross play, and I think if they just start utilizing their outside run game and stop going inside, stop trying to hit the A, B, and C gaps, and they start going to the 9 hole and just start hitting the wide field, they might see a little bit more success.
And another score update from you with 7:33 left to go in the first half. It is Brunswick up 14-12 on Lorraine.
We got a one-on-one matchup on the far side of the field right there. Jeremiah Thomas.
He can handle it if needed. It is a sweep play. The handoff does go to Lane Hawk. Hawk has some room. He gets the first down. The ball maybe jarring at the end, but Hawk able to fall right back on it.
Yeah, Hawk showing off some speed right there. He got to the outside of the line of scrimmage. He got to the outside of that right tackle really, really quick, and he just produced a really nice run right there.
And now we are down to the final minute of the opening 24 here at Robert H. Hines Stadium. Can Minerva get something on the board late? They got to have some urgency here. Handoff once again on the reverse. And the ball carrier immediately taken down. Lucas Black able to establish the edge before Minerva could. And now it is time to get quick back to the line.
Yeah, it looks like we got a little bit of a confrontation right there. Number 52, Tavion Davis, a little frustrated, but also had a really good block. I don't understand why he was frustrated after a good block. There may have been a little bit of jockeying, a little bit of talking and jarring at each other, but
right now, DC, we are down to the final 20 seconds of the first half.
Yeah, and it's still looking like a pretty good football game. Minerva gonna pick it up, I can tell.
Handoff on the reversal. Minerva, they need to get out of play or something, and he is down immediately, and that will take us to halftime. West Branch dominating Minerva on their homecoming. Through 24 minutes, the boys from Beloit find themselves up 42-0 on the Minerva Lions. DC, what a performance by West Branch.
Yeah, doing really, really good right now. As I see all of them running back to the locker room, like I said, I see that big Gregory kid, number 84, running down to the sideline. He's towering over everybody. He got himself a nice touchdown today. They're doing really, really good. 42-0. Just an incredible game.
DC, I think it is time that we toss things over to the marching bands. West Branch first, then Minerva to follow them. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. Sit tight at halftime, listen to some hot tunes, and enjoy these two excellent EBC high school marching bands.
Yes, sir.
All right, for the fans, get ready to crank up your guitar because it's halftime. And that means it's time for the West Branch High School marching band. Under the direction of Billy Sheep and Chris Brown. Benjamin instruction by Jesse Murphy and Color instruction by Jess Hudson. Tonight's show will all down. Go ahead and bring out your new speakers.
at a football game. No.
It's cooler over here with the windows are. What's that? Cooler out here. Yeah.
Penetrate, so
They are. But you are at schools.
the switch plays, like he was hitting the ball off the backfield, it was good switch plays.
pulling this. As soon as I get this one, this header, if I get this header image, then I'm getting right back to you. I'm probably not even coming back now. No, that's all we done. No, we're just gonna get the
Julian Elliott. And your guest speaker for this evening, homecoming queen, Countess Ariana Drake.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. Welcome back to Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium for the second half as you are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. DC, I think it's time we bring out that scoreboard. And yeah, I think that tells the story of this first half. 42-0 West Branch on top of Minerva.
Yeah, and like I was just talking about that with Gene here, we just have to see Minerva start to push up front with their O-line position. If they're able to start moving up front, then they're going to be able to see a lot more success going down the field, going down towards the touchdown area, and just staying out of their own territory. West Branch has been able to do a beautiful job on their passing game. They haven't even been like an air raid team like they usually are right now. They're just able to just score on all levels of the field.
And DC, looking at the second half, Minerva might be out of this game, but what would you call a successful second 24 minutes for the Lions on their homecoming nights?
Keep putting together efficient drives. Keep going down and talking to the players. As coaches, you have to talk to your players. You have to give them motivation. You have to give them excitement in the game. This is their homecoming game, and it's not looking so good right now. So coming out to the second half, they have to bring their own excitement, bring their own energy as a team, as a collective group, starting from the coach.
And look at that. Bryce just picked up one of the pylons. Put it back. It was down in the end zone, and our very own Bryce Fisher on the sideline. As we'll go down to him right now, as you can see him getting his angle and, well, his finger in the way as well. But he's going to have our beautiful sideline camera. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, that is an iPhone camera. That is not an expensive camera. Well, the iPhone is itself, but that's not no video camera right there, DC.
Yeah, that's something that you can just get started up on your own. And I want to highlight that, Nate, you are a small business owner, and this is exactly what small business owners do. They find a way to make something great happen out of nothing. And Nate, I feel like you need more praise about everything that you've been able to do and everything that you've been able to set up on your own and just come out here and grind. Everybody knows you. You're a great man. You're a great person, and you do your thing on the mic.
I've been blessed with people like you, DC, and J-Rod and Bryce. That is the big thing.
Small business owner, big appetite. I'll tell you that much.
We both like to eat, and that's the truth.
I think Chick-fil-A is the point of emphasis after this one's done.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely want my nuggets.
Second half is underway as West Branch will kick it off to the Minerva Lions, working left to right as things are back underway. Good run to begin things, and Minerva will be set up just behind their own 30. An excellent pile drag by the Lions, but they need a lot more than that to get things going in this third quarter.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel that. Wait, what's going on?
Jeremy Ramsey of the West Branch Warriors down now for them, and that's not at all what you want to see. And we'll move the camera off of that out of respect for him, but awful to see that happen in the pile-up DC.
Yeah.
It happens as a part of the game, but you hate to see it.
Honestly, I did see him try to get up, and that's exactly why I tried to go into my conversation. But then he flopped back down on the ground, and he is most definitely hurt. He tried to get up, like I said. As soon as he got up to his feet, he fell right back down very quickly. That's when the refs noticed and hit that whistle. And now we are here. We have people on the sidelines just sitting there and talking to each other. Minerva, they're trying to get each other hype and excited. Once again, West Branch is locked in on whatever the coach is saying to him right now. I can guess what the West Branch coach is probably saying to him right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. Keep grinding. Keep putting in that work and keep making big plays. And I know what Minerva is saying to each other right now as well. Guys, we can do this. We can do this if we just put it together. We stay organized and we keep moving up front, and we have to just produce a play. One after another, produce. Keep going. And that's got to be the emphasis.
Score updates, I think that's a good place to start here. In the second quarter, it's a close one. Avon 28, Mid-Park 21. Interesting there. Holy Name down 21-zip at the half to NDCL. Padua down 35-0 to Big Walnuts. Big Walnut, a competitor in Division II last year. I believe they knocked out Massillon from the playoffs.
Wow.
Massillon down 13-2 at the half as well. I believe it is McKinley up 7-3 at the half against Green. Tyson Honka keeping that one close. 7-7. It is Lake and Northwest tie. That is a very interesting score. And then one of the big ones, Archbishop Hoban, or as Dave Rivera of WOBL calls them, Mount Hoban, up 10-7 on Walsh Jesuits.
So right now, I think I'm seeing a few different subs in right now on the defense for West Branch.
First down and 10. Linkus not much going. Maybe getting a yard on the play.
Just unfortunately not able to get any further than what he was able to after he got hit. Small play trying to go right up the middle. Could not tell if he wanted to hit the B or C gap because I did not tell which player that was. But every time you try to go with the ball up the middle like that and it doesn't work, you have to change up what you want to do the very next play. Minerva really hasn't been able to do that.
So now second down and 9. They will officially give him a gain of 1 on the play. Handoff sweep, and once again, there is the turf monster. Lane Hawk goes down this time.
Yeah, and one thing that I want to say, we've seen a lot of slips in this game, but they've all been around from the 40 to the 20-yard line. And honestly, I know that they have a project coming up. I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything.
I believe you are.
That.
I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, okay, so Minerva is actually going to get a new turf field, and that could be one of the main reasons why is that their cleats just aren't sticking to the ground. You know, when you got old turf like that.
13 years old.
Yeah, when you got old turf like that, your cleats just don't stick to the ground. You don't get as much traction as you want.
So here now, third down and 10 after the loss of 1 on the play. Hawk is in motion, handoff, and it is a solid pickup on the play, but not enough for the first down. Good effort, though, by Ethan Weaver, the junior, lowering that shoulder and dragging a couple of Warriors with him. It's go time. I think you have to go for it here on fourth down.
Yeah, most definitely. They're going to go for it, and I see a conversion in the near future.
That is their hope. They have to have it here. Once again, we do have a running clock in this second half. Fourth down and 1 for Minerva. Here it is. Handoff. A flag will fly, but at least at the bare minimum, West Branch, if the play counts, does get out of the sequence.
Yeah, a little bit of a tush-push type of play right there without the quarterback. Nick Seriani, another graduate from Mount Union, also played on a championship squad.
On the defense, that'll move it forward for a Minerva first down.
Yeah, and like I was saying, also played on a championship squad. Also had a big reason on why we still use that today in present-day football. Almost worked right there. Didn't work, but they were fortunate enough to get the first down through a flag.
You got to get a touchdown here. If you get a
Got to.
touchdown, that makes
Have to.
things interesting.
Yeah. No, you have to get a touchdown right here. Not for you, not for the coach, not for the players, but your parents.
First down and 10. It is Weaver pushing forward. A solid pickup on the play, bringing him to the 48. Link is now getting involved with Weingert on the near side. A couple of nice pushes exchanged.
Yeah, and like I was able to talk to about some other people, you know, Linkus is just one of those guys who keeps a calm and level head. And honestly, right now, he has all right to be frustrated because he's been given the ball multiple times, but he hasn't been able to do anything with it, not on his own accord.
So now second down and 5, ball at the 48. Minerva trying to move the needle and get themselves into West Branch territory. But the D-line, too much to overcome at the first time. And now it looks like we might have another loose ball. We do. And taking it away from the pile is Grady Close. It's another turnover. Possession, West Branch.
Yeah, and that was a great sight to see for West Branch. Owen Bloss with a huge stop right at the line of scrimmage, and everybody else was able to just kind of funnel in. And you know, once you get a lot of people funnel in, your coach teaches you one thing: if you're in a pile and nobody's reaching for the ball, then you have suicides after the game. Excuse my language for saying that, but then you have to run after the game.
That is the definition of the drill itself.
Yeah.
So first down and 10, the clock is back running. Hurst will still be the quarterback. A couple of schools, from what we've been told from Bryce, it is Walsh and Kent State here for him tonight. He will drop back, clean pocket, pass is incomplete, just behind Gavin Gregory.
Yeah, and what athlete, like I keep pointing back to number 5, Grady Hurst, just great athleticism, trying to be able to turn his body a little bit after he saw his favorite player, Gavin Gregory, big boy, running up the sidelines, and he was running up a little bit late. But you know, Grady Hurst has a lot of time. He's had a lot of time this entire game back in that pocket.
And I believe it is Walsh here for JT, same with Kent State. And then I believe Hurst, it's both as well. And I think number 86, Landon Coffey, he has some interest here as well. Hurst, he is hit, able to get out of one sack, running towards the line of scrimmage, gets a block, has to do something, finally is upended, and there is the sack by Nate Linkus.
Yeah, and he had a lot of opportunity to cut it right up the field. Couldn't cut it up the field because of so many Lions right in front of his face. I mean, if you had that many Lions roaring at you, I think you're going to go down at one point. Linkus was able to make that sack right there. Great job by him. Just an athletic play.
And to take down a guy like Grady Hurst, 255 on bench, 245 on hang clean, 405 on squat. Basketball player, and on top of that, a 3.5 GPA. That's one heck of a player to take down.
Most definitely. And Linkus was able to make that play right there. Also another formidable football player and dual sport athlete.
So third down and 14 for the Warriors. Marshall flares out wide right. Hurst over the middle. Pass is caught by Gavin Gregory. Cuts it up the field. Has some space on the far side. And he is loose. Touchdown, West Branch. Second TD of the day for Gavin Gregory.
Yeah, and that's one thing that West Branch has been able to do really, really well is cut across the field and make a rack, run after catch. They've been able to do that multiple times this game, and we've seen Gregory do that himself multiple times this game. This was the second time that they have scored right around the line of scrimmage, being at the 50-yard line, him being able to get the ball and just take it and do what he does.
Gavin Gregory is one heck of a talent. That'll be touchdown, I believe, number 5 on the year, considering he had one earlier. Once again, last season, only 2. And already more catches this year than he did last year. A big bump in the offense for him, but to be fair, a lot of key guys leaving after last year. Mullenix, Harlan, Jackson, and Perry, along with Cooper Anderson, all key guys on the offensive end vacating the program due to graduation. And the extra point will be good. 5:46 on the clock in the third quarter. All West Branch in Minerva.
The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Welcome back to Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium. West Branch up 49-0 on Minerva. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram, SmeeFist2024 on Twitter, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn. As well, go down below and subscribe. There is no added cost, but it greatly helps out all we do, as our goal is reaching 5,250 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. Already hit 5K in this year. It has been an excellent campaign of growth in the fall. All the way around 2025, it will go down as our biggest year until next year, hopefully, but we shall see. Ball booted away by the Warriors, and Minerva, they will let this one go near the end zone. It is going to roll finally out of bounds at around the 2. And what very nearly turned disastrous becomes a good spot for Minerva's offense to begin.
And honestly, it was a very smart play by Owen Schwick. He was able to run over there and just see what was going on. He saw that the ball wasn't going to get into the end zone, which would have caused an immediate whistle, which would have got them at the 20-yard line or the 25. Is that the high school rule, 20-yard line, right? They go back, they go up to the 20. So saw that the ball wasn't going to go into the end zone, made sure the ball went out of bounds, so they got the flag, and now they're at the 35.
Looking ahead to next week, DC, it is our final doubleheader of the season. On Friday, it is Minerva and Salem, 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff. On Saturday, it is Holy Name CBCA football, 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff at Brooklyn Memorial Stadium. Kirkpatrick on first down, gets hit, able to get a few after the fact as he is officially downed at his own 40. Not much of Timmy Kirkpatrick tonight, once again, dealing with a couple of knocks in this game, but he wanted to go, and when he has had the ball in his hands, he has been solid.
Yeah, most definitely. He has been solid. Just a lot of miscommunication, I would say, at the offensive line position. You know what? I've really realized that West Branch does not do a lot of trick plays. They don't do a lot of movement at the D-line position. They don't do a lot of that stuff. They don't really have to, especially on games like this.
Hawk on 2nd down and 5, tries bouncing it outside and picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Minerva Lions offense.
Yes, it will. 3rd down and short, but they are getting way closer to that 1st down. Like I said earlier when this half began, all Minerva really has to do is keep producing good drives, keep producing good plays, and they will be successful going down the field. Now, for them to get down into the touchdown position and to get down into the red zone even, they need to be able to throw the ball. So that means that their quarterback has to be able to get that ball farther than what he's been able to throw.
It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Lions. Handoff once again. The pile is behind the line of scrimmage, now moving towards the line to gain. A big jump in a few seconds, and that jump is enough for the 1st down. Once again, Timmy Kirkpatrick in on the carry.
Yeah, and we see a lot of defensive players trying to make good stops right here, trying to make big stops. And honestly, they're slightly successful, but Minerva is just putting up such a hard fight that you just cannot say that they are. Look, they just got the 1st down right there, and they're going to keep on producing stuff like that. Like I said, the energy has changed.
And they need that energy to continue to favor them as this 3rd quarter begins to wind down. Sweep play to the outside, but West Branch immediately snuffs it out, and it'll be a big TFL. He had a touchdown earlier, now a TFL for Lucas Black.
Yeah, I thought he was hurt right there a little bit. He's getting a little bit frustrated right there. He knows he could have did a little bit better. Skylar Lab, honestly, very good football player, very quick out there. But Drake Striffler on the West Branch Warriors was able to get out there to the outside, break down, make it seem like he was gonna get lost in the shiftiness. Able to make a play right there. Just a great job.
Loss of 3 on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 13. Handoff now to the near side. It is Hawk. Hawk stumbles forward, getting into West Branch territory. That'll get him well in front of the initial line of scrimmage, setting up 3rd down and medium.
Yeah, you keep your feet right there. That's a 1st down plus more. And honestly, we're going to keep seeing stuff like that. Super, super agile right there. Lane Hawk being very agile, coming off the edge like that. right out of his own territory into West Branch territory. Just a good run.
And that was a great use of yards after contact. 3rd down and 5, $1:40 on the clock in Q3. Once again, it's a sweep to the near side. Hawk cuts it up. He has the first down. Another nice first down by the Minerva Lions. Their offense starting to heat up as the 3rd quarter is winding down.
Yeah, like I said, I saw some substitutions on defense, and I think right now we're going to see some more substitutions, getting the starters right back in. You know, that's one thing. That's one way.
And that's an injured Warrior down right in front of the Minerva bench. Not what you want to see. It could be a cramp.
Yes.
Clock will stop with 1:24 on the clock. Both sides will go to their sidelines, and we will step aside to hear a word from our sponsors on SmeeSports.
No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
1:24 on the clock in quarter number 3. West Branch 49. Minerva 0 your score. 1st down and 10 after the injured player was able to get off the field on his own power. Handoff Kirkpatrick. Timmy has some room. Past the 30. Stays up. It's a 1st down and then some. And that is the electric running we expect every single time from Timmy Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, most definitely. I love seeing runs like that. There's more and more and more energy and enthusiasm coming from the crowd right now. We are going to love to see this. 57, 56, 55. We're clocking down. We're running down right now in the 3rd quarter, and they're trying to move like it's actually about to be over.
Getting a touchdown would be big. Minerva did not score last year against the West Branch Warriors. They want to change that here. 1st down and 10 at the 23. Kirkpatrick forcing his way towards the red zone. But both defenses, DC, entering play tonight, allowing 11 points per game. West Branch's defense standing up and making that challenge, well, a reality for them. 11 points under par, really over par. It's weird. Yeah. Under par, but really, in actuality, based on the context, it's over par. As for Minerva, well under or over, depending on how you want to view the context.
Yeah, we're going to view it in the context that we're looking at reality. Right now, the situation is that Minerva's tight ends are starting to get a little bit
loose
tired,
ball, it is down.
Overwhelmed.
We will see who ends up coming up with it. I think Cannon fell on it immediately. Either way, that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And it looks like Minerva does hang on to it.
Yes, they do.
12 more minutes left to go at Robert H. Hines Stadium. West Branch knocking on the door of a 5-1 start. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
We got some score updates as the 4th quarter is about to get underway. End of 3, Louisville 7, Canton Central Catholic 0. A low-scoring affair there. Once again at the half, Avon up 28-21 on Berea Mid-Park. At the half, Benedictine up 10-zip on St. Ignatius. An interesting one there. Firelands up 9-zip on Clearview in the 3rd. At the half, oh my, a lot of offense. Bay 49, Westlake 21. Wow.
Wow, Westlake 21.
Was that in unison right there?
Yes, that was. Yes, that was.
West
I think
Holmes
we're
up-
both surprised.
West Holmes up 25-0 on Worcester in the third. No real surprise there. Worcester looking for their first win. Not going to get it quite yet.
No, sir.
As well, Perry up 14-6 on Massillon Jackson.
14-6 on Massillon Jackson. A low-scoring game for Perry right there.
It's Kirkpatrick slipping through on third down, and that'll make it fourth down and short. But Gene beside me, he is also surprised on the Louisville score.
We have a lot of community around Minerva, and I just always like to say that. Right there, I just saw some kid got his helmet signed, and a real football helmet by the Minerva Lions. So you just see how much love and how much support is around this community, and it's always amazing to see. As my first time coming here was a few weeks ago, they just let me come into their own culture and gave me the most love possible, and I always feel like I'm at home around this place.
Fourth down and 2. It's Kirkpatrick trying to pile drive through, and it is going to be close on forward progress. We will wait for the official point. West Branch thinks it is a turnover on downs. And we await the official signal. And I think there it is. Officially, it is a turnover on downs. And West Branch's defense holds up once again. And you can see their fans, their student section, they are loving it.
Yeah, no, I think Minerva has got a lot of turnover on downs and a few actual turnovers, like interceptions, fumbles, takeaways, and whatnot. I still think they're playing a very good game this game. West Branch is a really, really good team.
Another score update for you, DC. 9:35 left to go in quarter number 3. Brunswick 22, Lorraine 12, your score.
Yeah.
The Blue Devils starting to pull away on that one. I would say as expected.
Yeah, most definitely expected on that one.
First down and 10. It is a fake handoff. It is pulled back. We have a new quarterback in, and he is loose. It is Schreifeller up the near sideline, and he is gone. Touchdown, West Branch.
Wow. That'll get West Branch right up to 55 points. What a play on their first play, and another just one-play drive for West Branch right there, and they're just trying to take this one home at this point.
And they took that one to the house. It's a beautiful read option there. Pretty much an RPO for Mr. Schreifeller, the sophomore. Got some time last year for baseball and for football. He could be the future, but even a gadget guy as soon as, well, tonight.
Yeah.
And here comes the extra point attempt for the West Branch Warriors. With this extra point, they would be within, I believe, 8 of their tally from last year against Minerva. The extra point, it is up, and DC, it is good. West Branch continues to cruise. That'll make it 56-0, and the clock will stop with 9:43 left to go in regulation. Minerva, still no answer.
Hey, at this point, you put your other people in, you put anybody else in that has not played at all today, and you let those boys have fun.
And once again, going back to our beloved fan cam, a suggestion from Bryce. He is running that camera down below, and you can see the cheerleaders along with the actual student section. And there's the Warrior. He is loving it.
Warrior, yes, that is the man of the year. That is the dude doing all the push-ups. And right now, I think he passed the push-ups off to somebody else, or he just didn't want to hit these ones. Right now, we got him singing. He's so tired right now, but that's all right. We're going to pan right back to this game in a little bit.
And DC, I told you what the theme is tonight for West Branch. What is that theme? It's Adam Sandler night.
Oh, it's Adam Sandler night? Bro, you did not tell me that. If it was Adam Sandler, I would have dressed as Adam Sandler like crazy, dude.
I mean, to be fair, all you need is the shorts and the T-shirt.
Yeah, the shorts and the T-shirt. That would have been perfect. And the sandals, though. You can't forget the sandals.
I don't know what's more fun, Adam Sandler night or the fact that we saw the literal Lorax down below.
Oh, I missed that. Where's it? What? There's no trees around.
There's a fan that was dressed as the Lorax walking down below a little while ago.
Oh, pointed out right there. He's over there. Maybe we can get Bryce over there, and Bryce was try to get a good little video of it. No, Bryce is locked in. Yeah, Bryce is locked in right now. He's definitely got his camera on the field. We're doing good though. It's a great night. I think everybody is still having fun as the crowd kind of makes their way home. People are still loving, like I said, great community.
Once again, 903 and counting out in Beloit Village. And I think everybody inside the city limits is going to love this one tonight. And once again, it's a touchback, and Minerva's offense will potentially come out for the final time today. They got to play their cards right here. They got to get down the field. Once again, I feel like a success, at least for the time being, is to score a touchdown here. Get something on the board.
Yeah, and we definitely, like, as announcers, we want to see them score. We want to see them score. We want to see them have a great time. Go down there, score, celebrate with your friends, celebrate with your teammates, and then, oh, there it is. There's the Lorax. I see it. It's now in front of our face. We actually have a view of the Lorax walking through right now. And
there's the push-ups as well.
Oh, there's the push-ups. Now we got the push-ups going. Is he really hitting 56? I think that's the question of the year.
And there's your Lorax on the bottom of your screen. Back to the action, though. First down and 10. Solid run for Linkus. Drags a Warrior on his right leg and gets a solid pickup on the play.
Yeah, and what a run right there. Actually, a very, very good run. Able to just get a few yards on it, and that's all they needed. 7 yards on the run for a nice second down.
And now we have even more push-ups for the West Branch Warriors.
Yeah, I think she took over. Man, the Warrior has done a lot of push-ups, so he might have needed to call on some friends for some help.
No surprise at all. This is the West Branch way. This is how their offense operates, averaging 34.4 points per game entering play tonight. Handoff on second down and 3. It is Hawk. It's a heavy hit. It's the freshman Marshall once again. He has really been impressive tonight. He had that opening touchdown. Once again, 15 carries entering play today, and he could be the true Boston Molinex replacement.
Yeah, most definitely. And then Lane Hawk out there with another great block coming right off the edge. He was able to just find somebody that needed to be blocked him, and now they just converted the first.
So now first down and 10, ball spotted at the 33 of Minerva. As usual, their bunch formation here. Hawk in motion. Handoff directly behind. It is going to be Weaver, the junior. Weaver weaving through the defense, getting to about the 45. They'll say the 44, and it's enough to move the sticks. First down, Minerva.
Yeah, moving the sticks. Once again, 2 plays, 2 first downs. It's starting to look pretty decent right now for the Minerva Lions. Like you said, man, we want to see these guys score.
Score update through 3 in Chardon. It is NDCL 21, Holy Name Zip.
Whoa. 21.
It's a tough one there.
It's all right.
Holy Name trying to bounce back next week against CVCA. That'll be our Saturday night encore performance. Linkus has some room on the far side, cuts through some Warriors, still has some space, has the first down, and is finally dragged by the jersey to the turf at the 34. A nice solid run there.
Okay, yeah. Lincoln also is just a really formidable athlete, and we saw how many tackles he is able to break right then and there. Seeing the replay right now, I know you see how many people he just broke, was able to get about 14 to 15 yards right after he got hit. So that's also a really good stat to carry.
In the meantime, it is first down and 10 again. Here comes the run. It is once again Hawk, and he is down inside the red zone.
Yeah, like I said, man, these tight ends, number 52 has been having a game tonight. Number 52, right on the West Branch Warriors, that's Tavion Davis. Like I said, he was a little frustrated earlier, but it seems like he got his head right back on his shoulders, out there making great blocks, great plays on defense as well. So I think he's going to be a really good defensive lineman going in to the next few games for the Minerva Lions.
Down now to the final 6 minutes of regulation. First down and 10. Ball at the 19 for Minerva. This, I believe, is the closest that they have been to scoring today. Handoff Weaver, cutting it up inside the hashes. And he will be taken down, I believe, at around the 17. But first, we do have some laundry to address. There is a flag on the play.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's backing him up.
Yellow on the field. Mustard on that lettuce.
As well, once again, score update from Brunswick. Touchdown Blue Devils, 29-12, 6:34 left to go in the third. And
okay,
I think that one is going to start landing.
Yeah, that plane's landed, baby. It's on E.
And looking ahead to next week for Friday Night Lights, join us back here at Robert H. Hines Stadium, 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff. It is going to be Minerva and Salem football. Then on Saturday, Holy Name CVCA football, 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff at Brooklyn Memorial Stadium. Linkus on first down and 15. He will be spun down, getting a few on the play. And there are some aggressive whistles to officially end the play. Linkus a little bit slow to get up, just at the bottom of the pile. But only so many hits that you can take, especially in this wing T offense.
Yeah, most definitely. They just put together a really good drive on the other half of the field, right in front of our face, using the wing tee, using those tight ends to their advantage, using the offensive guards and the offensive tackles, also getting those guys out on pulling plays and just trying to make the best of what they have.
Make sure you do stick with us after this game is done, as we will announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports. Handoff, and immediately a Warrior is there. That is number 61, Tyler Sproul, the 5'11", 210-pound junior in on the TFL.
Yeah, most definitely a great move up front by the defensive lineman, Tyler Hall. Tyler Sproul, if I was able to say what move he did right there, I wouldn't know for my entire life. But it was great. He got the TFL right there. And I know he's going to celebrate that tonight with his buddies.
TFL number 2 on the year. On top of that, 2 quarterback pressures entering play tonight.
Yes, sir.
So 3rd down and 13 for the Minerva Lions. They got to get closer to that end zone. Link is on the sweep, getting back into the end zone, cutting it up the far side, and he will go for the line to gain. It looked like he went out a little bit early as the chain did drop.
Yeah, the chain dropped. He kind of elongated that entire play all by himself. He went wide as soon as he got the ball handed off to him, came on the other side of the field, and couldn't get the first down, but he's very, very close. He's about 1 yard or 2 yards away from it.
You got to have it here, DC. 3:10 left to go in regulation. Potentially the final time Minerva touches the football tonight if they don't get it here. 4th down and 1. They got to get that ball to the 9. Handoff right into the pile. The initial look says yes on forward progress. And we will see what they end up saying. There is a pile up at around the 9-yard line. And now the question is, do they move the chains or not?
You know what? I think they will move those chains.
And it looks like they will. 1st down, Minerva. 1st down and goal. Ball will be, I believe, right at the 9. So he just got enough for it.
Yeah, I think he was just able to get enough right before they started trying to move him back. And that's the only reason that they did move him back, is because he knew that he had the 1st down and just kind of let him push him wherever they wanted.
So 1st down and goal at the 9. Minerva looking for a late response. Handoff, Weaver on the far side, diving forward, gets to about the 6-yard line. Solid pickup of about 3 on the play, setting up 2nd down and goal in a medium situation.
Yeah, and then we still have our sideline camera down there. He is too far away from the action right now, but you're still able to see.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Now you're still able to see what is going on, and he is a lot closer to the Minerva sideline. I wish you had some audio down there for you to pick up and see how these fans are starting to cheer even with a minute left in the game.
Next edition, question mark. 2nd down and goal at the 5. Some misdirection. Linkus has it, spinning out of some hits, and he will be finally spun down by a posse of Warriors.
Yeah, one dude that doesn't give up. His name is Nathaniel Linkus, and even on that play that you just saw him run all the way to the outside, and it kind of looked like he was running a little bit slower than possible, he was really looking to see where he could fit in, where he could find a hole, and where he could just penetrate and be able to make a touchdown. Unfortunately, that didn't happen right there. It's only 3rd down. They still got 2 more tries.
They got to get 3 yards here. 3rd down and goal at the 3 of West Branch. Minerva wanting something to show for their homecoming game. Handoff. It is Linkus. Linkus, he is through. Touchdown, Minerva. And just like that, Nate Linkus in the final minute puts the Lions on the board.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're on the board. Now the Minerva Lions are on the board.
They wanted something from this game, DC. This might not be their night on the scoreboard, but more points than they scored last year against West Branch. And in total, less points allowed, as well a couple of turnovers forced in there.
Yes.
Some learning pieces before Cletus Monroy and company come in. It's a loose ball on the snap, and it'll be ruled dead. The extra point attempt, no good. But that Salem game next week, based on the way that the Quakers put points on the board against the Lions, that'll be a tough one.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it'll be a tough one. Also, Lions versus Salem. Lions is still holding their own against Salem, but unfortunately almost able to not take away that dub. Salem was very, very close the last time we had a score update, and so I'm wondering how that game is looking now.
And you saw moments ago there was some T-shirts thrown into the bleachers for the Minerva faithful. Gotta love to see it.
Gotta love to see that. I'm telling you, boy, those are free T-shirts for the Minerva Line fan communities.
Free is always a good price, DC.
Free is the price that I love the most.
Score update for you here, DC. This is interesting. 10-7 Northwest on top of Lake.
Oh, my God.
Glen Oak has tied Hoover.
Glen Oak tied who? Oh, see, now that is a game that we want to see the ending for.
Canton South up 37-27 on Orville.
Yeah.
Alliance up 36-28 on Salem in the third.
A one-score game.
So we're coming back to some traffic, DC.
Yeah.
I think you knew that
you
one.
You said 38-26 or 36-28?
36-28.
36, yeah, so one-score game. They get that extra point. They get those extra points right there. Salem could have a game on their hand. How much time left?
Third quarter.
Nice. So they still
And
got
as
a lot of
well,
time left.
the Pups up 21-3 on Tyson Honka and Green.
Wow.
7 seconds left to go. Most likely the kick, and that will do it for tonight. The clock is running. We will see if Minerva does send this ball away. 2 seconds left to go. Here is the run-up, and this will be the final play of the game. It's a light squib kick. The Warriors will try and return this one. It is Mara, and Mara will end the game in Minerva territory, getting taken down from behind. But what a game by the West Branch Warriors. Your final in Minerva, West Branch 56, Minerva 6. And we'll toss it downstairs as we will have our handshake to end the game. What a performance by the leader of that handshake line, DC, in Jeremiah Thomas.
Yeah, most definitely. Always a great time. Always a good time and good feeling always being down here in Minerva. 2 football teams that I love dearly, 2 football teams that I love to watch and also love to talk about, love to be on a PA system with, love to commentate for. Great game tonight, Nate.
And there's JT. He knows what's up after this win. He was excited for this one. 2 touchdowns early on, and they were on back-to-back offensive plays from scrimmage. There's Coach Cooper walking at the end of the line for the West Branch Warriors. We'll keep it here for a moment before we go and toss things over to our sponsors one final time. Minerva getting that late touchdown. What does that mean for next week against Salem?
I think that means that you already know what type of offensive schemes that work, what type of offensive schemes that are a little bit more needed to be worked on, and what you can actually throw into the game for the next week.
And it looks like West Branch is going over towards their side to have their alma mater. Always one of the best parts of football games. You go with your guys, you lock arms, and you have that alma mater ring out. As that happens, we will step aside one final time and hear a word from our sponsors. You are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check
here
after
at Crowell
closing.
Interiors
A
in
heartfelt
Malvern,
thank you
we're
for
your
their
local
service.
one-stop shop for
loyal,
flooring,
here for our
furniture,
heroes.
cabinetry,
Thinking of
countertops,
making a move?
and home decor,
Contact
carrying
Heather
trusted
today.
brands like
Heather
Lazy
Prince
Boy,
with Howard Hanna
Mohawk,
Real
Shaw,
Estate Services,
Lancer,
your
Birch,
hometown real
Cambria,
estate
and
experts.
many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. DiDomenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Welcome back to Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium. Your final, West Branch 56, Minerva 6. We'll toss things back up to us here in the press box. He's Daniel Clark. I am Nathan Smee. Your player of the game presented by SmeeSports Today, DC. I gotta look at this game and say, who really changed the game for West Branch? And the answer, the man who loves the camera, Jeremiah Thomas.
Yeah, most definitely. I would have to say for myself, Gregory, number 84, I think he also had a very good game. 2 big plays going to both sides of the field.
I think we'd be remiss if we did not talk about that late touchdown for Minerva. Nate Linkus getting in the end zone. That was big for them. This is their homecoming. They wanted something from this matchup. The result on the scoreboard, not what they wanted, but at least a touchdown. Better than last year. And that's something that they could take into the next game, a winnable matchup potentially at home against Salem.
Yeah, most definitely. And I like the last 3 plays that I saw from Minerva. Both plays going on to the outside of the field had both tight ends actually pull from each side out past their tackle, which their tackle was lined up in front of the tight end. So that was actually a good play to see. You did see some substitutions come into for West Branch, but fortunately enough, the Minerva Lions were able to get on the scoreboard.
And as for the West Branch Warriors, now 5-1 on the year, winners of 5 straight games. What's next for them? Is it another undefeated EBC crown? And then after that, what's the playoff ceiling?
I don't have too many big predictions on that. I do feel like that we're going to see something along the lines of them being undefeated for a little while. Hopefully they can play good against their next few teams.
Alliance is going to be the big one in a couple of weeks. Win that game, you win the EBC, lose it, and most likely this would become the Alliance Aviators Conference. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. On top of that, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn. As well, go down below and subscribe. There is no added cost, but it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we are serving the Cleveland and Stark County areas. Our next broadcast is going to be on Tuesday night over at Marlington Middle School, the Marlington Soccer Complex, as the Dukes take on the Alliance Aviators in the backyard brawl for boys soccer.
Yep.
Then on Friday, we will be back here at Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium. It should be a fun one, our OHSAA football game of the week on Friday night, as that'll be Minerva taking on Salem. 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff. Then on Saturday, it is our third and final encore doubleheader performance as Holy Name takes on CBCA. 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff at Brooklyn Memorial Stadium. That'll be myself and Cam Regazzo on the call. Bryce Fisher will be up here in the press box next week on the call with me. DC, we're sending you to the Wolves out on the field.
And I'm going to have a great time, baby. I better get my praises and my shout-outs and my roses.
We'll get you. Don't worry. And you'll as well be with us for pregame as usual. Nice little pregame show today. Had the typical banter.
Yeah.
It was nicely done all the way around. Shout out to all of our crew members for making today's broadcast possible. And on your screen is information on how you can become a broadcast sponsor. Minerva people, we need you. Thank you to our 4 broadcast sponsors, but we need more to continue making this happen. If you want to see these higher quality broadcasts, more cameras, more people, and in the end, probably more chicken or McDonald's or something along those lines for my staff.
We need Chick-fil-A. Come on. I'm ready to get some Chick-fil-A as a sponsor so we can keep coming to y'all every week. Chick-fil-A, you have to be one of the best chicken companies that I've ever witnessed in my life. I love to eat your food. I will eat your food every day for a year straight and gain absolutely nothing. I will be the perfect guy for you to have a commercialized on. Let's try it. How about you just reach out to Nate and you talk to Nate?
We're talking. In Alliance we're talking, we're hoping.
Okay. Making sure.
But Minerva businesses, please reach out. We need more sponsors. We want to showcase the best that the city has to offer. A great community. They have taken us in with open arms, and we have loved it so far.
I'll open my arms right back for Chick-fil-A. I'm right there.
As DC has officially turned off football mode and gone to dinner mode, that'll do it for us at Dr. Robert H. Hines Stadium.
We're hungry.
Westbridge gets the win tonight, 56-6 over the Minerva Lions. For Daniel Clark, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Minerva, Ohio, and we will see you again on Tuesday for the Backyard Brawl at Marlington Middle School and the Marlington Soccer Complex. This has been OHSAA Football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you again next time.